Hey everybody, how you guys doing? Impromptu stream. Was gonna draw some Berserker, and I was going through the stuff that I had here in my stream yard, and I was like, oh man, I haven't played these intros in such a long time. Probably like a year or two, might even be longer. And I was like, yeah, so I'm gonna play them. So thanks for tuning in. You can catch all my stuff in the links down there at the bottom below. Order your copy of Berserker, $8 plus shipping. The Berserker Ash Can, courtesy of Print on Demand through Mixum, and you can even read it for free on Webtoons. All the links are in the description below. And we're gonna go throw on some Good Kid, and I'm gonna jam out. I'm gonna draw some Berserker, maybe talk to you guys, and yeah, man, just a chill Saturday, drinking my non-caffeinated coffee, so maybe I can go to sleep sometime tonight. We shall see. Let's go ahead and add this to the stage. And let me know if this is going to be too loud for you guys. I finally got my Amazon Music account working, which I've been paying for a couple months and didn't even know it. So, yeah, I'm going to listen to some fucking music, man. This is Good Kid. All their stuff is stream friendly. They don't do copyright claims or anything like that. It's pretty rad. I don't know how this is going to sound for you guys. Yeah, so right now, this is Berserker. And he got there's the girl. Spoiler, the girl's name is Charlotte. I don't know what that means, K-pop. I thank you for being here. I'd always like to see you in the chat. I know you guys got done doing your auction stream. I really feel like it's drawing. Why not draw and stream? If I could find it. Yeah. I like using these, suit days. Made like combos. This is I'm serious. Maybe I'll make this maybe I'll make that. That was the idea. Was to do the Ash Can cover mixing, but yeah, I don't know. I can't tell you why. Yo, Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. Why don't you tell me there's an issue? You've seen before. Mimi, can you tell me there's an issue? I've seen it clouded all around you. I draw them really cool sometimes, and then I forget how the hell I did it. And I can't tell you why. And so I have a tip. But my new best friend, Sharpie acrylic pen, acrylic marker pen. My new best friend. It's been a minute since I drew her too. I get back in that question. The only lot of been a minute. You got a lot of characters I haven't drawn lately, and I don't know, man. I feel like I've been slacking on the fantasy stuff that I've been enjoying, and that I enjoy to draw. So. Don't you notice how I get quiet when there's no one else around? Me and you and awkward silence. Don't you dare look at me that way. I don't need reminders of how you don't feel the same. Oh, the burning pain. Listening to you harp on about some news. Just hope I don't get you guys sick. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, how I wish you'd wake up that better? I think it's better. That good kick is makes me feel like a teenager again when I listen to it.
What's a girl to do? Lying on my bed staring into the blue. Unrequited terrifying love driving me a bit insane. Have to get this off my chest. I'm telling you today that when I talk to you, won't you better try to and shoot right out through my
Come on. Let's try it with 3. And this is going to be.
You know I've loved you from the start.
Palm. And then we're going to do. This is 3. Yeah, this is 3. Here. Another beard. What if I can get this finished? Let's get started. Next thing, if I mess stuff up, I can always just fix it and Procreate. Whoa, cat, calm down.
Begins.
Black one. Usually I do this first. Dreams do come true. All right. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Go sign up for YouTube. You be a square. Be a cool dude. Support local industry. Not even local, just English shit. What a bullshit going on right now. It's just like, you know, the comic space. It's like, you know what, man? And you see indie, bro.
begins. I don't know when time begins. I don't know when time
Don't worry about that.
begins. I came in a bit before the opening set. So
It's
I know the rest is good.
not really right, but
Scares get by on second breaths between the breaths. Now it's 1 a.m. and I don't know how I get home. The way is barely paved. I can't keep my eyes from closing in between each rest, but I'm not going to cave. I guess I made it. Yeah, I said that I'll come along this time, but when I try, I get the feel that I someday will die, and I'm not going to care. I never sleep, I never eat, I never leave my house alone. Another evening in between what I believe and what I know and what I know. I'm sitting on the 501 moment's rest, a glacial pace, I won't lose faith. Maybe if I stay around the rest to prove myself, I still save face. Now we're on our way before I quit at 9:30. Check it out, I think, you know, I lost that little time. I guess I'll make it, yeah. I said that I'll come along this time, but when I try, I get the feel that I someday will die, and I'm not going to care. I never sleep, I never eat, I never leave my house alone. Another evening in between what I believe and what I know. I never sleep, I never eat, I never leave my house alone. Another evening in between what I believe and what I know and what I know.
like this stuff out too. Really reduce it. Might try to get some shadows on it. I might bring some from here.
So I walked out the back before the second set settled my debt. I'll miss the rest, that's fine, I guess. The cavern is a crowd around and I could scarce get by on second breath between the press. Now it's 3 a.m. and I don't know how I'll get home. The way is barely paved. I can't keep my eyes from closing, so I'll hit replay. It's not the same when I'm with you. You open up, I fall right through. Came out a different shade of blue. It's not the same when I'm with you. But it's always a surprise when, oh, it's always a surprise when the tide comes in. When the tide comes in. But it's always a surprise when, oh, it's always a surprise when you call again. When you call again. How long's the shoreline anyway? I measured every other day.
I can get into this and put it in front.
Sidewalks on my
Oh,
work
man.
away. How
Come
long's
on,
the
pretty good.
shoreline anyway?
We got a homie in the back. We'll bring him in.
But it's always a surprise when, oh, it's always a
There's
surprise
Sam.
when
Mason, what's up, dude?
Summer. Live. You're live.
Live, man.
You're doing it
Wife was
live.
the wife was like, "What do you want to do tonight?" I think I'm gonna draw some BEARZERKER. Like, okay, I'm
Why
gonna watch
not?
the shows. All right.
Yeah. Why not? That's what I said. Fire up Photoshop. Yeah, I was watching Arcane.
I heard good things about that.
Yeah, the last few episodes dropped today, so I was watching. Just watched episode 8.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, dude, it's really good. Like, it's a really good show. Like, it's they have this stereotypical, like, you know, lesbians and, like, you know, interracial stuff and whatever, but it doesn't matter. Like, with the storytelling is so good and the character development is so good that that's not what those characters, like, that's not their only thing. You know what I mean? So it's just like regular humans. It's like regular people. Yeah. Like, in the world. So yeah, it's a good show, man.
Awesome. And
the animation is it's insane. It's outstanding. I'm gonna switch digitally. You can go back.
Okay. Bye.
And bye. No, I had to boot up Photoshop. But yeah, it's a really good show. I highly recommend it. There's only going to be 2 seasons, and the second season is ending pretty much, I think today. I think today was the last drop. All right, let's switch this to 17 by 11. There we go. Gotta lay out the 2-page spread. Where's my OBS? The K-pop's stalking me, man. Everywhere I go today, she's there.
Yeah. She just finished streaming and she's here.
She was streaming. She was in other chats, eyeballing me, all up in my business.
All up in my business.
All up in my business. I guess worse things could happen. Let's see. Let's open the chat up. I am the last comment because I am amazing.
Yep.
I shared it out. I shared it out on the Twitter sphere. So
thanks.
Yeah. Like and subscribe, everybody. Hit the shares and the uploads and the things.
Mm-hmm. Well, today wasn't planned at all, but it's like that's how I like to roll, man.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? Although it does make it difficult for people like me to be like, I'm gonna fire up a stream. Oh, J-Bot's like,
oh.
No, I'm kidding. I wasn't. I was thinking about doing one later tonight, but I know I don't like to overstream Matt Burke. He goes live usually at midnight Eastern. Metal Movies and Brewskis, and
oh yeah.
And I know, I think Angela has another sumo stream tonight, and I don't want to overstream Angela, so that wouldn't be too fair. So.
I don't know if I've seen that stream before.
Her sumo streams?
Yeah.
Do you like sumo wrestling?
Oh, I might get it. Actually, I was just been watching. It popped up in my feed, and I just started watching some USA Sumo on Friday.
Really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
There was one that was really interesting. It was a guy, because sometimes I watch like some Brazilian jiu-jitsu stuff and some martial arts stuff. It pops up my feed and out. Some karate and stuff like that, because my brother does karate in Japan. So I'll watch a little martial arts stuff here and there. And one popped up on my feed where there was an MMA guy, not really him, but more of a jiu-jitsu guy, and he was trying. He went and competed in his first tournament. And that looked very interesting. I was like, oh, cool. So I actually started watching some stuff. So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, see, that's the thing. I'm not super into all the fighting stuff. Like, if I were to watch any of it, it would be like boxing and MMA. Like, if I were to. Like, those are the things that would probably interest me the most. But I just like wrestling, sumo wrestling. That's just, I don't know. It's not my bag.
Sumo's cool because it's quick, dude. And then they do an open weight class at the end of the tournaments where everybody, you just sign up. It doesn't matter. And then it's like everybody goes. And if you get you're like light guys that are strong and really good, they'll toss guys like 3 times their size out. So you kind of don't know what's going to happen. And it's not something that you have to be invested in to know what the hell's going on. This guy has to throw that guy either on his back or on his floor, or you're on the floor or out of the ring, man. And that is it.
It's definitely easy to get the hang of like the gist of the rule, like you said. You know, it's like, oh, I see, they have to stay in that circle. You know, that's the thing.
Yeah, and so, maybe a match is 15 seconds.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, cool.
But I like the more brutality stuff. Like, I would like watching people get pummeled in the face, you know, and just...
Oh, well, they smack each other in the face and headbutt each other.
Yeah. I don't know. To me, I think MMA would be... Like, if I were to watch, it would be like MMA or something. I just never really got into like that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I like the American, the USA sumo, the little stuff that I've seen some Japanese stuff, which is cool because that's like traditional. But USA sumo, you get all different types of like people from like walks, you know, just like the United States, all walks of life, all different sizes, you know, former athletes, wrestlers, like, you know what I mean? It's like a wide array of characters, you know, different body types, and so I found that it's more entertaining. The USA is more entertaining to me, you know what I mean? Because it's almost like old school strongman. Yeah, this guy's a steel worker by day and it's a sumo wrestler by night. You're like, oh shit, okay, cool.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. It's like 8 Mile and Eminem.
Yeah.
Working in the steel mill and rapping like Rabbit. Yeah, well, I mean, if you want to check it out, it's on her channel, Angela Curry. It's just Angela Curry. So 12:30 Eastern, I think. I'm not sure.
Okay.
So
that'll be an hour.
You might be asleep by then. I don't know.
Brush and go. I so quote unquote cleaned up, and I'm like, where is everything? I don't know anymore.
Oh, you cleaned up your room? Oh, never do that. Never clean up.
Which is just room. Picking up all my pens and putting them in the cups that they belong into.
Oh yeah, I have like my microns on a. I have 2 long boxes next to my art table, and so like it's almost like a table. So I have my microns on the top of one of those long boxes, and then I have a table on the right side of my art table, and that has all my like inking nibs and ink and stuff like that. And so yeah, but if I pick up anything, I end up losing it. Like if I clean up, I'm like, I don't know where I put it. But if I don't clean up, I know exactly where it is.
Yeah.
Did you work today or?
No, I had today off.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I got today and tomorrow off. I might go in and take care of some stuff tomorrow, because we've been getting ready for Black Friday, so we have tons of games that we have to go through and clean and bag and price and put in inventory so we can be ready to open up.
Right. Yeah. When do you guys open on Black Friday? Are you guys open at like 2 a.m., or do you open at like regular time?
No, actually we open at 8.
So is that your normal time?
No, usually it's 12 on Saturday.
Oh, okay.
10, so it's early but not too early for us.
Right.
But kind of the same realm of time. Nothing too ridiculous.
Yeah, my ex-wife dragged me to a Black Friday once, and we were both like, yeah, this is dumb. Like, the only real savings, like, we went to a Target, but the only real savings are, like, on the major big stuff.
Yeah.
Otherwise it's like, well, I need a toaster. It's like, well, they don't have toasters on sale. It's like, it's just, like, Blu-rays and TVs and vacuum cleaners. Like, we don't need any of that stuff.
Yeah, that's the one time we went to Black Friday. My wife was eyeing this Dyson years ago, we're probably talking maybe like 10, 15 years ago. And so that was the big deal. The doors opened up, we ran straight to the vacuums, and she grabbed her Dyson, then we got the fuck out of there.
Yeah, and like that's the whole thing. Like, even if it's not for a Christmas gift, it's like, hey, we need a vacuum cleaner.
Yeah, we need one.
We need a refrigerator. Black Friday's coming up.
And when it comes to a purchase like that, I mean, my wife will do hours of freaking research on vacuum.
Oh, you have to, dude. With expensive items like that, yeah, you have to.
Yeah. She's like, but then this one, but then this one. It's like, sweetie, they all started looking the same to me like freaking 2 hours ago. I don't know what the heck you're getting anymore.
Yeah. A lot of the stuff is pretty similar. And this is a minute comparison, but like I drink usually like a...
Hey.
Good stuff.
Hey.
So,
I hate Black Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I drink like a 5-hour energy usually in the morning or something like that, or, you know, just to kick me awake. And finances are financed less right now, so I bought the Extreme brand, you know, the cheap brand, which that brand is like $6 for 6 of them. The 5 hours are $16 for 6 of them. My nephew's like, holy crap. I'm like, yeah. He's like, what's the difference? I'm like, there might be a few ingredients, but really nothing. I'm like, they both have the same amount of caffeine in them. So you're really just paying for the 5-hour name brand. So it's the same as like vacuum cleaners and all that stuff. Half the time, you're just paying for the name.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like even like quality now, it's not like one that's like a really good. Used to be ones that you would buy like Bissell or something like that. You would last freaking forever, but yeah, I don't know. Everyone Dyson. Now the Sharks, we've had a Shark for years, and that little thing kicks ass. It's great.
Yeah, nothing beats those vacuum cleaners from like 1956. That
steel.
Yeah, you know, one headlight in front of it. Use the bags. Lasts forever.
Jay Ryan says all his Fridays are white.
Jay Ryan's Fridays are white. That's racist. White. Wow. Racist, Jay. Go put on a V-neck. K-pop's in the chat. Get gussied up for K-pop. Show some respect.
I gotta do this. Good. Hopefully that's on the phone too.
I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with this 2-pager. Sort of something like this. I want to lay it out first. I don't think I'm gonna print it and ink it like I usually do. I think I'm just gonna go straight traditional, but I want to lay out a concept first before I do that. Make the penciling stage easier.
Good stuff says all my buds are green and red.
Well,
Jay Ryan says I'm always gussied up 24/7.
You better be, sir.
Folks, yeah.
You want to get subscribers, you better stay gussied up all the time. Yeah, so I mean, you know, I don't know. I mainly shop on Amazon half the time anyway. So.
Yeah, I feel like that's what a lot of people do, man.
Yeah, oh, dude, COVID is the main reason people started doing that more often. And dude, our mall, dude, it used to be packed, like crazy packed, even like 5 years ago. Just busy as all get out. And then after COVID, dude, it tanked. Like we go there a day after Thanksgiving. We go there Friday, Saturday, and you can find a parking spot, no problem. Like, not even like if I go to the comic shop, I mean, no problem. Find a parking spot easy. Things have just gone downhill ever since, because you get all the deals on Amazon anyway. Even if it's not Black Friday or Cyber Monday or anything, you still get a better deal, and you could get anything you want. So. Yeah. Now, there are the rare exceptions, like with what you guys have. Like, that would be more of an eBay thing. And even then, people want high-end prices with that. So
Yeah.
So, like, a store like your guys' I think, is a little more advantageous.
Oh, yeah. That's our busiest time of the season is starting on Black Friday.
Yeah. Like, the same with, like, even, like, comics and stuff like that. I can go on eBay, but more than likely, I'm going to find it cheaper than LCS because I can also barter with them a lot easier. You know, Sweet.
He's getting there. You got the sumo stream later. Yeah, Jason was telling me about it. I might watch it, dude. He thought I was joking. I just started watching like USA Sumo stuff like on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a very big niche, so I didn't know you were serious.
Yeah, no, man. I was like, dude, if I could find a place to train sumo, I'd go fucking do it.
Nice.
Like, that's my build, baby. Those are my people.
Dude, if I were healthy, I would definitely be in a like some kind of mixed martial arts gym. Like, I definitely would. I can't get kicked in the gut or stuff like that. Plus, I'm blind, so I'd be crushed. I'd be annihilated. And not only that, with a kidney transplant, you don't want to get hit in the gut, the stomach. So, yeah, I'm very limited on stuff like that. But I would like to do it. To me, it is interesting, and I think that's one reason why I don't really watch it, because I can't do it, and it just takes away from that thing. That's why I never really got into sports. I can't really play sports all that well. I suck at it, so I just wouldn't watch it. So I gotta put this up in the Bible.
Yeah, I really used to enjoy MMA like when it first started. And then it became mainstream, and then I was like, I'm not getting into this.
Yeah, it has gotten pretty big. I mean,
It's more exciting too because people were like developing systems to try and like figure it out, and you had different camps and using their type of their style of MMA against other gyms, and people were still trying to figure out like jiu-jitsu, and like jiu-jitsu was big, but then you had like ground and pound show up and start changing the game, and so that it was like very exciting. And then you have like now everything's kind of the same,
right.
like you gotta have like you can't have a Chuck Liddell anymore, that was like the most like exciting stuff. And you had like different guys who fought way differently. Everybody kind of fights the same,
Probably what it was, because like I said, I didn't really watch it. It was more or less when it started, it was probably like this fighting style this guy had, and this other guy had kind of a different fighting style. So you put the two, like Street Fighter, you mash the two together and see which fighting style dominates the other one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that would be more fascinating to me as well. Plus, not only that, that fighting style might win over it, but if the other person is just a natural better athlete, he might win anyway. So that would make it more interesting rather than like that with boxing. Everybody knows how to box. There are more skilled boxers, but it's pretty much the same movements.
Jay Ryan says all he's hearing is excuses, Jason.
All right, Jay, let's get in the ring. He's like, what, 6'8"? I think I could take him.
A good day.
Yeah, I think I could take him. I'm like 5'3".
I have no idea. Everybody's taller than me, so.
No, I think Jay is like 6'4". I know he's tall. That's okay. I'm 5'6". I'm short like you. I mean, I don't know if you're that short, but I'm short. So
I'm probably shorter. I'm probably like 5'5", man.
Okay, so we're about the same height. But haven't you noticed most of the people, at least most of the people I know on YouTube, they're like, yeah, I'm 6'2". Yeah, I'm 6 foot. Yeah, I'm 6'1". It's like there's like 8% of the population that are over 6 feet tall. How is it 90% of the people I know over 6 feet tall? You guys are lying to me.
Yeah, what's going on, man? I would, if I was 6 feet tall, I'd be trying to dunk.
Like, you got Luke, Hockey, Frega, I think Lepresti's over that. You got Jay Ryan, Shelby. Jesus. Yeah, dude, it like almost name anybody. They're over 6 feet tall. Like Cecil is the only one in our like height group And Anna. Like, that's it. I have friends in real life that are regular height. Everybody else is just a freak.
They're all fucking giants.
They're all freaks, dude.
He's 6'6".
I told you.
Jay Ryan, and he can dunk.
Yeah, I'll dunk on these nuts.
Hey, Cranberry, what's up, dude?
Cranberry. What's going on?
You fuck off, Jay. Tall son of a bitch.
Everybody's tall. Everybody's tall. That's why I like K-pop. She's regular height.
There you go.
She's a regular human. These genetic freaks out there. That's okay. We have lower center of gravity. We could take him down easier.
Yep. All these tall guys walking around like kaiju and shit. Their big ass feet.
Yeah, Shay's 6'1", 6'2". I'm like, stop it, everybody. Thank goodness Plago's only 5'10", thankfully.
You know, height shame.
Yeah, I'm gonna height shame all you.
Height shame. Well, Cranberry was gonna go to sleep, but I'm gonna torture myself. I don't want to hear about it in the morning, dude.
Yeah, stay up. Hit the like button and stay awake.
That's how you stay awake. Instant dopamine if you hit that like button.
Yep.
You hit that share button, dude. Shit.
Oh,
to the moon,
man. That's like, it's like heroin. I mean, you're on cloud 12.
Yeah, cloud 12.
Yeah. So hit that share. Get that dose. Better than crack.
Yeah, boy.
I don't want to get too. That might be a good concept. Hide that layer. Try a new layer. Yeah, Ink messaged me saying really only got to color for like 2 hours before his eyes went all haywire. He couldn't do it anymore.
Genetically gifted. My bet that my genes are good. Sorry, Jason. That's what Jay Ryan. Jay Ryan's fucking shit.
Yeah, but the thing is, your genes are good. Mine are bad. My genes are bad. So I have less to lose.
All right. Cranberry hit it right when he got in here. Hell yeah.
There you go. Thank you.
You're a real G.
Yeah, Jay. I have bad genes. I have less to look forward to in life. My lifespan is shorter. Yours is longer. I have less to live for. Therefore, my motivation. I'm going to take you down no matter what happens to me.
I'm going to take you down, man. I'm me. I can't find genes that fit me. So
you're like, no, please. I'm in the top 10% of height. Don't hurt me. I'm like, yeah, suck it. Bite at your ankles. I initially wanted something where he was going like that. So I kind of wanted to play with breaking the rules of the. All right, so I have the boat here. The boat. Boat's here. Ooh, on the boat. There we go. Arc. Yeah. That's what we'll do, Jay. Move that down. There we go. Break that a little. I want it to. I don't think people understand it anymore what I'm doing. People don't buy regular art anyway, so I was gonna play with the rules of breaking the canvas up. You know, you generally want things, you know, top half and bottom half evenly. but I was gonna do it diagonally. There's a painting I think that does it, where you break it diagonally in half, so there's only like a little bit on this half, and then a lot on the bottom half, and make that busy.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think people will fully understand why I'm doing it because of the rules of how art is supposed to be laid out. So I don't think people will care, J-Bot.
Do what you want. It's your book.
I know, but I don't know. I don't know if it'd be good for a comic. Not only that, with what I'm doing, it'll make it. I want the Kraken to have an impact, and if I do it that way, he won't be as impactful. Ooh, but if I go the other, maybe. It's a good idea, Jay. So let's have him here. This is the wave. The boat's up here. Ooh, that might work. That might be kind of cool. If I have, rather than the top be empty, I kind of have the bottom be empty, except it's waves from the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And that way ink spots can, like, I'll leave it blank for ink to do whatever he wants with color for the waves. And then I'll do all the line work on this top quadrant. That way it breaks it in half this way. And it'll give a lot of, I mean, it'll have empty space, but ink can play over here and do whatever he wants. That might be kind of cool. That way I
get Ryan says rule of thirds.
Yeah, rule of thirds. So I could still have the Kraken looking kind of dope on this top quadrant and be pretty big. And then have the boat up here. The boat's right there. I might do that. I can't remember the painting. I know it's a bullfighting scene, and in it, it's really dope because, oh no, I don't want to do that. So like here's the half the canvas, let's say. Mm-hmm. All down here is like the bullfight scene, and the only thing that breaks the top half is the bull's horns. Like that's it. It's such a great painting. It's so cool looking. It's so impactful just because of all of that empty space right there. I just can't remember the name of the painting.
You know who uses real empty space really good? It's Magnola.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah. And even like Keith will use that too.
Yeah. Oh, he'll play with it too. Yeah. If you know how to do it well and properly, it's very impactful. And it definitely makes for a very dynamic scene. See, people, we know art. We're not just doodlers.
We know what we're doing sometimes.
We know what we're doing sometimes.
This art sucks. I don't like it.
Get rid of it. Scrap it. Throw it away. Burn it. Where's Hockey at? Oh, he might still be camping.
Yeah, probably. He's probably in the who knows where he's at.
Do they have a Yeti or a Bigfoot in Australia?
I don't know. Everything is freaking a Yeti or a Bigfoot in Australia.
This is true. Well, yeah, what would their Yeti be? If everything is ridiculously gigantic in Australia and can kill you, what would their Yeti be? I don't want to. That's gotta be insane. J. Ryan, look it up. Google it.
Google it, J. Ryan.
Do it, Jay.
Your tall ass ain't doing shit anyway, man.
Yeah. Wasting all that height for just
just freaking hanging out in the clouds and shit. That's what you're doing, man.
You're just sitting in a chair. Hey, Jay Ryan, when you're in your chair, do you have the seat lowered all the way down so that way you appear regular height, or do you have it all the way up so you appear more monstrous and frightening? I'm just curious. Mine's at a normal height. Kangaroos are big, but But that's still a kangaroo. I mean, like a yeti, like a Bigfoot, like a giant ape-like creature. All right, here's what we're gonna do. All right, since I know what I'm doing, divide it perfectly down the center again. Let's see.
Yeah, I was like looking up, it's like, hey, where can I find sumo? Like, where can I learn sumo wrestling? Fucking South Carolina. Like, where can I train? Like, I was like, fucking, like I was googling it and shit.
I mean, although granted, you don't want to drive for like 2 hours, but I'm sure there's got to be a place that does some kind of. I mean, it's not really wrestling per se.
Yeah.
So there's got to be a place though that kind of specializes.
Yeah, it's something that's different. And I don't know. I was watching it. It's like, man, this is really fucking cool, man. It's not like it's also. I'm also. Yeah, I mean, when stuff comes, when something becomes popular, usually I dip out by then.
I mean, I get it. I'm almost in the same regard. I sometimes I'll miss out on some music because of that. Everybody loves it, so I'm like, I'm not even gonna bother checking it out. But
yeah.
Then after a couple years, when the hype dies out, I give it a shot. I'm like, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. Let's see why everybody likes it. But I don't think sumo wrestling is really gonna. I don't think you have to worry about that one. It's very specific.
Yeah.
It's a very niche thing. It's like comic books. Like, yeah, they're popular, but nobody likes comic books. They just like comic book movies. So it's like comics. Like, it's a very niche market. So I think sumo is kind of in the same regard, where it's a very niche area. You might start to gain some popularity, but I don't think you'll have to worry about it being so big that people are going to walk around with their favorite sumo wrestler on a shirt.
Yeah, it's like almost like counterculture, Then again, it's just something like that. It's like, what was old becomes new again. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
I started selling some of my video game collection.
Just bored of the games, or you're just cleaning up? Or?
I think cleaning up. I mean, we got some stuff to do around the house, and I was like, I kind of always like, of course, there's stuff I would never sell, but there's stuff that I don't mind at some of the prices that the stuff is going for now. I'll be like, yep, see ya. We got stuff to do around the house and things like that too, and I kind of always knew I'd sell it for a little bit here and there for something,
Well, and I'm sure there are games you do have a sentimental attachment to, like that you wouldn't get rid of. And I'm the same with my comics. Like, there's certain comics like I won't sell. There's sentimental, and then there's plenty that I've had for several, many years. But I'm like, I just don't care. I'll sell it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm sure it's the same like the games, especially with the games. You don't play them ever. And you're like, okay, well, we got stuff to do. This game is actually worth some money. Flip it. I've had it for like 12, 20 years, but I don't really do anything with it. It has no attachment to me. It's not like, oh, I was with my dad and we went and got this game. Like, there's nothing there. So it makes sense.
Cranberry likes curling and badminton.
I like to curl in the garage, but I did hurt my shoulder, so I can't really. I had to lower the weight. That's the curling he's talking about, right?
I hope so.
I hope so too.
I don't think he's a dirty foreigner.
I hope not. I don't think he is. I think he's pure-blooded American. Picks up heavy objects for no reason.
Yep. USA.
USA. Hurt your shoulder. I'm constantly hurting myself. But yeah, I recently sent out a few. Well, last month I sent a few books out to get slabbed, and like 3 of them I plan on flipping. A couple of them I plan on keeping. So, Like one of them is even like the first appearance of Silk or something, but there's no sentimental attachment to it for me. So
Yeah.
it's going for a decent price. I don't care what grade it gets. I'll flip it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
yeah. What's the highest amount you've gotten for a game?
I mean, personally,
Yeah, like out of your personal that you sold.
I mean, I just started selling some stuff. I got $100 for $110 for one of my games.
Oh, jeez. Was it a Nintendo? What kind of what game? Like
So
what
it
brand?
was for Sega Genesis.
Oh, okay.
It's like a obscure like Japanese shooter called Arrow Flash. Um, it's pretty cool. You start off as like a plane, and you can press a button, and you turn into a robot like Robotech.
Oh, that's neat.
Everybody's saying. Oh, he says, with the rock and the ice, and I'm not a dirty foreigner, except for people outside of the U.S.
I don't know.
I don't know what that means.
Rock and ice. I know he means the curling like in the Olympics, like you take the broom and you melt the ice in front of it, and you throw a rock down this alleyway, and that's not curling. That's just throwing rocks around.
He's throwing rocks down the alleys.
Yeah.
He also likes when you get the stick and what was it? The stick and the old tire rim, and you roll that down the street with the stick.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. I've
like
seen
Little
that.
Rascals.
Yeah. That should be in the Olympics, man. That's not easy. It's not easy to keep that thing going.
I totally fucked up his hand.
That's not curling.
Totally fucked up his hand.
I messed up his hand.
Yeah, his hand sucks. Holy shit. Why?
Get rid of it. Toss it. Dump it.
I'm gonna beat it into submission.
I think I'm liking this. Maybe I can even put some tentacles up this way. Ways. I think I'd have to let Ink know what I'm doing though, so that way he can come in. What I might do is break it. The thing under. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm gonna put his brain in. That's what I'll do. Even though it breaks what I wanted to do, it'll still. Or I'll have tell Ink, hey dude, color hold this bottom part. I'll draw it in, but I'll tell him to color hold it. I usually don't tell him what to do, but I kind of want this to look a certain way.
Hey, man, color hold this shit.
Color hold it, you coloring knob.
Colors.
I am a nightmare walking, psychopath talking. Man, that's a good movie.
I have to see it again. I haven't seen it since God. Like when I totally was not supposed to see it as a kid.
Oh yeah, dude, I saw it way too young also. I saw it way too young. But it's a good movie. Wow, what's going on here? That guy had a high-pitched voice.
I also did weightlifting, but I injured myself in several parts, including my arms and legs. I'll be doing it now if my body was in perfect shape. Yeah, you can always still could do it. You just gotta use machines, you know, or just go light, man. I have one of my friends. He's a personal trainer. He's one of my old school pro wrestling buddies, and he lifts like super slow. Like he's like he's like
he's all about form.
It's probably like 40, 45, but yeah, we're talking 10 count, like 10 count fucking curls. Like that's how slow he'll go. And it's like it's not the weight, it's the form and like how long. And he can do like one set. Like maybe he does like 2 sets and fucking moves on.
Dude, if you do, even if it's like 10, 15 pounds, and you're just doing regular curls, insanely slow, like it is brutal. It will nuke you. Like it's people don't understand. Like I do follow quite a few of those workout influencer people, and the one I follow especially, he's all about lightweight, like more reps or pushing to failure. And he even says like, if you do grab like 10 pounders, 5 pounders, and you just go you slow to like a whatever count, 10 count, I don't know, but and then you just keep like proper form. You focus on the form and you go really slow. He's like, I don't care who you are, you're gonna be unconscious by the end. You're done with your sets because these will just destroy you. And he's not wrong. Like there is something to say about the lightweight, proper form, more resistance is really what it is. But it's like if you're it's not the same principle where you hold a glass of water outstretched and you just hold it there. After a while, you're dead.
Yeah, it also puts, I guess he was saying a big thing is it puts less stress on your joints.
Oh yeah, especially if you're older. Yeah.
Yeah, which is a big one. So
well, that's also why I'm always hurting myself. My tendons and joints really are just shot. Especially from years of dialysis. My anatomy is just all whacked out. So my muscles are fine, but my joints and my tendons aren't. So I'm constantly hurting myself because I'm always going a little heavier, and next thing you know what, I'm throwing this out, I'm pulling that muscle, I'm ripping this one from that. So by doing lighter weight, even with injured, I do light weight, and I'm just beat, man. After a good hour of doing, plenty of things, but I'm just tired. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. But yeah, it is good advice. Yeah, stretching is that's important too.
Yeah.
There's plenty of there's so many different ways to work out.
Let's see. K-pop says we had to do that in cheerleading, hold out our weights so our movements were more solid. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yep.
As long as they weren't too heavy, because that'll kill your joints.
All right. K-pop's a cheerleader. That's funny.
My daughter's in this little program. She's 6, and so they have little cheerleaders at the games and stuff. She gets to cheer. It's too cute.
That's cool. Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I had to put her in something because we took her out of jiu-jitsu because it was just too damn expensive, man. I was like, holy fuck.
Really?
Yeah, we tried to make it work, but man. Yeah, it was like $150 a month.
Oh.
And she goes twice a week. You know what I mean? Like that's the adult price. Like if I was an adult and I was going, dude, I could fucking go 5 times a week if I wanted to.
Yeah, exactly. You get your
kids only get to go twice. It's like, dude, like, and she was having a good time, so I hated to take it away from her. But it was like,
yeah, but
too damn expensive.
Money, like, and that's a sad thing. Little kids, they don't fully grasp it. Like they kind of understand, but they just fully don't.
I might put her in like gymnastics or something. Sometimes they're like she has cousins that are in dance, and I was like, fuck no dance. I was like, you're not going to dance.
You want her to get her into ballet and tip tap clap and tap shoes and stuff like that.
The thing about it is, I have a younger sister, and she took dance for freaking 10 years, man. She never did shit with it. Never, anything, and then she just quit one day, and all that was just fucking wasted.
I guess the good thing about dance, though, crazy aerobic exercise. Like it's really good for you.
Yeah, but when you're fucking 12 years old,
when you're 12, you don't have to worry about that. Yeah, no, you're not wrong. But I'm saying in general, overall, dancing is great as far as exercising goes.
Yeah, we should be dancing. Fucking
kids, okay. Look at Sweating to the Oldies or whatever his name was.
It'll be okay. The kids will be all right.
Richard Simmons.
And so, yeah, man, I was like, holy shit, But they have a little gymnastic place here that I might take her to, and the neighbors' kids kept going there, and they just kept coming back and kept getting sick. But I'm like, yeah, but you got little ones. My daughter's 6. She's already been to pre-K and kindergarten and first grade. So like her immune system is used to being introduced to other kids. When the neighbors' kids are younger, they haven't been in school yet. So it was, you know what I mean? It's like, you kids don't have that immune system, but they actually do like they do tumbling, but then they also do like Ninja Warrior stuff.
Right.
Which is pretty cool, like doing like actual like parkour type stuff and like jumping and vaulting and my daughter's always jumping off of shit, so I'm like, all right, man, we need to
get that under control. Put it somewhere else. Jump off of that. You're supposed to jump off of that.
I'm like, go play outside. She goes plays outside. She doesn't do any jump around. She comes inside the house. She jumps all over the damn place. I'm like, what?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's carpeting and there's cushions and from couches and pillows.
Dance, cheer, baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball, backyard wrestling. Holy shit! I think we all did backyard wrestling.
Hey, Pop was a sport nerd. You nerd.
Oh god, yeah. I think we all had a backyard wrestling phase. I did indie wrestling for probably about 6 years.
I mean, with having 3 or 2 brothers, you wrestle all the time.
Yeah,
because all you're doing is just wrestling, and two older brothers, and all you do is wrestle when you're growing up. It's how you get injured a lot and stuff like that. It is good to have siblings as you're growing up.
The worst injury I got was playing damn fucking tackle football in like just neighborhood tackle football.
Yeah, you going through the
like
neighborhood.
My knee up, fucking.
Yeah, I mean, even I did stuff like that as a kid, which is kind of surprising. But I used to do some kind of activities every now and then.
Pro wrestling never got hurt. Judo never got fucking hurt. Jiu-jitsu never got hurt. Fucking basketball cut my leg open. Had to get the fucking staples in my leg. Like, what the fuck, man?
Oh, dude, I was so bad at basketball. I got a note from my doctors saying I wasn't allowed to play basketball. Even though I was like, oh yeah, I can play flag football and stuff like that, which doesn't make any sense. But I just hated basketball. I hated it. I was short and I sucked. Yeah. So I was like, I'm not gonna be any good at this sport. Yep. I was actually pretty good at flag football. I couldn't play the tackle and stuff.
See, Cranberry says kids are built for climbing trees and chasing after wild animals. Yeah. Actually comes in helpful for real fights. Sports ball. She's big into sports. Yeah, she's like the Lions game is on. Everybody fuck off. Shut this shit down.
Yeah, you nerd.
Hurt myself. Worst arm wrestling. Not stopping when I should have. Oh,
wait a minute.
I'm in AAA Lucha Libre right now. Oh my god. Shit. I'll have to dust off the old tapes.
Well, K-pop, if you're gonna watch the Lions game, at least leave the stream on. Give Jay's, watch hours.
Yeah, go Lions. Yeah, it's AAA or triple A.
Go Lions, Triple H, Triple A, Triple B's.
I met Blue Demon Jr. I met, when he was still alive, La Parca. I met Elijo Del Santo. I met Mil Mascaras. I used to do Lucha Libre shows in Chicago.
Wow. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah, it was fun. Like at the what the hell was at the Congress Theater, which was really cool. So yeah, it was fun. But they never commingled with us because we were the American guys, even though I wore a mask. Like they were kind of the American guys, so they had their own dressing room. So they would put us on first, and so we'd go out there and like do a bunch of cool shit.
Nice.
Yeah. So it's like. But it was fun, man. It was fun. Yeah, never. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I never really hurt myself doing that stuff.
Which is pretty funny. But
when we start, freaking, when we all start wrestling, like we all want to be like Rey Mysterio Jr. and shit. And
yeah.
Then it comes into to where we're like, yeah, man, I can't be like freaking. We can't do that. Like, I'm not that good. So it's like, all right. So then, like towards the last half, I was doing like an old school gimmick where everything was like old school. Like I was wrestling like an old time wrestler,
right?
Like Luthez and guys like that, like old school Carl Gotch and shit. I do a suplex and I'd like move like an old man. It was good times. I didn't have to do much. It was great.
Yeah, we used to watch it when I was younger. I don't remember too many of the characters, but Yeah, and as kids, we would do we're wrestlers, pretend to drop an elbow and stuff like that.
Yeah. It never changes really. It's all the same shit.
Nope.
Yeah, it's too commercial now. So I don't know. I would try to watch a little bit of modern wrestling. I couldn't get into it. I mean, stuff is really cool and it's really neat. Like the athleticism, no doubt, is insane, and it's really cool.
Some of the best athletes there are, dude. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, but it's one of those things that's like, to me, like the theory of wrestling was always, or like the ring theory or the wrestling psychology was that it's a fight, so it's supposed to look real, and so you kind of like there's certain things that you kind of don't do. And last time I like tuned in, it was like just guys doing moves, and I probably caught the wrong match.
It's possible, but doubtful. Like, I'm sure it has changed over the years, but and yeah, screw that. I was pretty mad about that too when it was WWF, and then the World Wildlife Foundation sued them.
Yeah, that was weird.
Screw you guys. Like, that WWF was a cooler moniker than WWE.
Yeah, Cranberry says, "Yeah, that was stupid. If anybody should have changed their name, it should have been the World Wildlife Foundation. Wrestlers would have beat the crap out of first animals."
I don't know, man. I don't think a wrestler could take
Foundation was around forever.
If they were going if it was like even The Rock versus a grizzly bear, my money's on the grizzly bear. Yeah. Now, if it's The Rock versus a penguin, I mean, I kind of got to go with The Rock. I really don't think that penguin has a chance.
The stuff that I really liked, or I enjoyed, was like early 70s, 80s, not early, but late 70s, early 80s stuff in like Japan, from like maybe like All Japan, and then like the stuff in the 90s when they started doing the strong style stuff, and like fucking Stan Hansen, where they're like, yeah, I'm just gonna suplex this dude on the rails. Fuck it. You're just like, what the fuck? and they would do like the finishing move was a lariat, and it'd be like the hardest clothesline you'd ever fucking see in your life. And oh god, it's so good.
I would say I got out of wrestling.
Yeah, All Japan, New Japan, Noah 01. Fucking yeah, man. Fucking
yeah. See, I never caught any of those Japan wrestling.
It was all tapes back then too. Like you had to go to like highspots.com, and they would have like probably a bootleg best of like Jushin Thunder Liger or like the Super J Cups, and you'd get like a DVD set. And then and like I have a best of like Low Key when he was like in 01 and shit. Yes, the style was different because they treated Japan's cool because they treat it like a sport. Like they treat it like sumo wrestling. Like it's like fucking legit. Like they know they're athletes. They're it's just way fucking cooler. And I think if you're like, but they also treat it seriously in terms of like the training and like the kayfabe and stuff like that too. You have some outliers that are really fun, and but not everybody does it. But I feel like now it became like really like Spot Fest and stuff, to where you had like big dudes that would just like hit really fucking hard. And I wonder if I could pull up some Stan Hansen versus Kenta Kobashi.
Yeah, we never got into the Japanese stuff. It was just mainly the American stuff, and it was like the 80s to the 90s after that. I like mid to late 90s, I ended up dipping out. That was about it after the late 90s. Especially.
Everybody did. Everybody outgrew it,
Yeah. Most people. There's still plenty of people actually in our hemisphere.
Yeah, Fire Pro Wrestling R and shit. And yeah, I got the Virtual Pro Wrestling 1 and 2 on the 64, which had like they're like the best wrestling games on probably ever. And they just were never released here. But all the menus are in fucking Japanese, so it's hard to figure out what the hell you're doing. Let's see. I miss those guys. So good. So cool. So now it's like nobody's believable to me anymore. It's very hard,
right,
for it to be believable to me. Like guys like William Regal and stuff that aren't working anymore. Like they were doing really good stuff and even training the new guys, and it was just like, and then I think they end up getting let go or something. And yeah, it's just not. The psychology had to make sense. Shit had to make sense. And then now it became a Broadway show, which is fine. Like I understand, but like nobody believes anything anymore. So now they're all trying to like fool the marks and stuff and shit. And there are, you know, that's why it's like, you know, when CM Punk came out and he was like, you know, when he came in WWE and shit, and they were like, oh, he's so good. It's like, dude, he fucking stole like all his moves. Like he never wrestled like that. He fucking wrestled like a high flyer in basketball shorts and shit. Then all of a sudden he puts on trunks and starts kicking people and like literally like stole like a bunch of moves from fucking Kenta, this Japanese dude. And even like the finisher he didn't even fucking come up with. And so everybody's like, man, he's so badass. It's like, dude, everybody in Chicago knows this fucking guy ain't got no martial arts skills. Everybody in the indie scene knows he ain't gonna fucking beat nobody up. You know, so it's like it really was like a gimmick that people like bought into. Granted, his mic skills were great, but CM Punk, I never could believe that he could beat anybody's ass. At the same time, you have like Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson, who's like a legit fucking like grappling guy. Like he's like a modern day Karl Gotch that he can like that dude's legit and like the nicest guy you'll ever meet and the least imposing fucking dude, but he's mean as shit. He'll fuck you up. You know, it's like, yeah. So I don't know. I never understood. I understood why people really got into CM Punk, but to me, he was never believable.
I didn't get into him. I didn't care for the dude. Wasn't my cup of tea. Wasn't my bag.
Jason just comes on these streams and I just talk to him about shit he doesn't care about.
You like it.
He's like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about, but you're passionate about it. You like it. It's your show. You know, you should be the one talking the most.
Yeah, the Japanese stuff looked more believable. Yeah, it was. Yeah, Rey Mysterio was amazing, dude. Talk about.
I did like Rey Mysterio.
Yeah, freaking dude, paving the way for so many wrestlers after him, dude. Just like the guy's a legend.
Well, he kind of brought that stuff like the Mexican wrestling to the WWE. Like he was the guy that brought it in the limelight of the Americans, I think. Yeah. So yeah, I loved Rey Mysterio when because also he was a little guy. I was a little guy. So yeah. So yeah, it was all about I was like, little guy.
Let's see if I could find. I don't think they carry anymore. Yeah, that was a real good time up. But I like the older stuff because they always had the rules of, try to make it believable.
And that's what it should be. It should be because, like, you can get seriously hurt and even die in wrestling, but people for the most part,
Masawa fucking died in the ring, man.
Yeah. So people know it's slightly fake though. You know what I mean?
He's like one of the legends. Here, we're gonna cut this shit out. Let's I don't know if this is let me scan this real quick. Fucking Stan Hansen would come out and scare the shit out of everybody. Cause he'd like go in the crowd and he'd come out and he'd have he's a gaijin, so he's like a Texas fucking guy. Like this big Texas old, quarterback, not quarterback, but like fucking linebacker. Like the dude's built like a brick shit house. And like looks like he's not like ripped, but you know what I mean? It's like one of those old hard fucking dudes that can beat the shit out of anybody. Right. And he would come out and just like whip. He had a rope on a bell, like a bell on a fucking rope, and he'd whip this fucking thing around, and then like start going through the crowd, and people would just fucking scatter, dude. Like you couldn't do it. You couldn't do that shit today.
Yeah, that sounds familiar. I might have seen that.
Let's see. I've been listening to those Andre the Giant stories and those Hulk Hogan interviews. Yeah, and sometimes it was real, like with Mankind. Yeah, Andre has the best stories. Yeah.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah. And that's the kind of stuff that we always watched was like the Hulk Hogan, Andre the Giant, Macho Man, Ultimate Warrior, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, Hogan's full of shit now. The guy's just making shit up now. Or he's you live the gimmick so long you become the gimmick. It's one fucking thing.
He's had so much CTE in his life that he doesn't know where he is. So probably.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, brother. Yeah, brother.
Yeah, brother. Man, like so many of them own like
THC or marijuana edible facilities and stuff. They're all into that stuff now.
Oh hell yeah! Let's try and let me scoot this over.
Spider-Man's in the water. Oh no! Oh, I hit the X button.
Let's see if this will show up.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Let's see. I don't think he's gonna go through the crowd. This is Stan Hansen, like legit fucking badass guy from Texas.
Oh yeah, I remember this guy.
Yeah, fucking Stan Hansen's a dude. He taught Bradshaw how to do the lariat, like how to do the clothesline from hell. He taught him.
Oh, okay.
So let's see if they. Well, I wonder which one this one is, because they had like a match of like 3, and like each one will get like and it's for the heavyweight title, so each one will get more and more intense. So then it's all out balls to the fucking wall, and then they start kicking out each other's finishers and start doing all kinds of shit, and like they would have like. You have your finishers, and then they had like super fucking special moves, and then they would have like super duper fucking special moves that they would bust out at like the big Corkin Hall shows when there was like when the place was fucking packed, which would be like a top rope power bomb or a top rope pile driver or some crazy shit like that, where they would just do once every, fucking whatever, like they would bust it out and like to end a feud or something like that.
Right.
So they weren't doing all this shit. Yeah, Kenta Kobashi's burning hammer is fucking nuts, and he would do it to like big ass dudes. It's just like, what the fuck? Like it's one of the moves in like the video game where like you can't do that, and you see this guy do it like all the fucking time. And you're just like, holy shit! So let's see how hard they start hitting each other. They just dumps them. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, like dude, that's gonna hurt. Like you can't fake that. Yeah.
And I mean, granted, it's a work, but man, he's laying into this fucking guy, dude.
Yeah,
like they lay into each other. They know where to hit, but it still sucks. You should fucking kick him in the face. But this is, this is like this isn't just a normal match. Like these guys have been, going at it for a bit, and I think Kenta's Kobashi, he's the young champion at this time. So this is when they start fucking hitting each other.
Start, like, I've always like that when people then they do this like this little slap hit match. Always made me laugh. Like that hurts still, even if it's not much of a slap. That still hurts,
But this is like, you don't know, like what, you know what I mean? Like you're watching this, and it's like, yeah, they're not doing a flip, but man, dude, they're just. And it's making sense because they're like fighting.
Yeah. Well, they're also insanely big dudes, so they kind of have to just fight it out. Like there's not many flips going on.
And you see these guys, like you see him, you're like, okay, yeah, whatever. But if you see Kenta Kobashi next to like a normal Japanese guy,
oh dude, he's a giant.
Like, it's insane.
Yeah. You can tell he's a big dude.
And just solid. But these guys train like so like crazy. Like oh, he's fat. It's like, dude.
Yeah, but he's a naturally big guy. Like he's just yeah.
And so usually in this situation too, here's some kayfabe. Real kayfabe.
Yeah.
Not comic book kayfabe. Fucking so like during this, Stan Hansen's the guy who's calling the match because he's the heel and he has the more experience. So like they're doing shit. So when he's telling them stuff, he'll probably like tell them like, oh hey, like dump me over the corner or hit me there, watch the knee, and all right, now let's do this. And so there's the psychology of like getting the crowd into it, and like
there is a certain there is choreography that goes into it, but a lot of it is actual physical contact. And it's not
you
fun.
have to make it look real, and the closer you get to the audience, the harder the tighter you have to work.
Right.
That's why I never agreed with. I feel like like as much as I love like Stone Cold and like The Rock, and like they did a lot for pro wrestling or sports entertainment. but punches were always illegal in pro wrestling because you could knock a guy out. And there's never any damage. So like if somebody did a punch, like they would hide it and punch the guy, and it was always bad. Like it was all, and then so here you have like Stone Cold Steve Austin punching a guy 7 times, like in the face, and there's no like blood, there's no nothing. It's like, dude, if you have to punch a guy with 7 times in the face, either A, you're gonna break your fucking hand, or B, you punch like a girl, because what the fuck, less than a girl, because the guy's fine.
The guy should be.
Guy. Either that guy is you suck at punching, or this guy is the strongest fucking dude in the world.
He's got a Wolverine skeleton in his skull.
I think he's gonna suplex him outside.
Jeez, dude.
Oh shit.
That's crazy. That's a lot of weight.
That is. This is how I used to do my suplexes when I wrestled like an old guy. I do them nice and slow. Make them look big. And then jump at the end to make it like really big, because I didn't do anything fast, so like everything had to be.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's find some. I mean, we're talking. This is a 30-minute match. This isn't like. This is like.
Dude, yeah, they'd have to be so tired.
Yeah. So now you have these guys that are huge, but they're gonna wrestle for 30 minutes and beat the shit out of each other. But like I said, this wasn't like everyday match, Otherwise, then when they were doing small shows, they just would do classic like headlock shit and stuff like that. Whatever.
Toss, rope.
Yeah. They'll tackle simple like shit, like in like the 70s, the simple stuff to save their bodies. Did you see that? He looked freaking punched him. I'm sure he didn't like lay in.
He didn't fully lay into him, but he still connected a little bit.
But you know what I mean? That's like they're building this up. In the meantime, you got guys doing seven fucking flips. This is 1996. See what's the big one? I think a big one's going to be coming up here soon. Oh shit. Junkyard Dog, yeah.
Junkyard Dog, yeah. Uh-oh. Bailed on it. Come on, do it, dude. Oh, outside the ring. Oh. That could easily break that dude's neck.
Yeah.
Done wrong. That's dangerous.
That is very dangerous.
Yeah, not even in the ring. Yeah.
And dude, Japanese are quiet when they watch stuff. When they watch they sit there quiet, but now they're going.
Now they're chanting. Yeah, they're going for it. Yeah.
I think this one might have been like a 4-star match or some shit. By like the Wrestling Observer or something. At the same time, too, with sports entertainment, they can't build it up, and they're not allowed to build this stuff. And it's before the internet too, so you weren't you were able to go and do this match, 80 times on the road, and then when the big pay-per-view came, you would have that match honed, and perfected to where you didn't even have to talk it out, and you would add stuff here, add stuff there, ad lib or whatever.
But yeah, the beats would still be there.
Yeah. This is getting kind of slow now, probably because they're fucking tired.
Dude, they're so tired. They're so tired. These are really big dudes. Like, that's a lot of weight they're moving around on their own, let alone picking up other guys that are just as big.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're going to get exhausted. That's why boxers hug. Like, they get tired.
Yeah. That's a good one. Uh-oh, shit. What's going on here?
Uh-oh. Oh, no.
I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't know.
He might have slipped or some shit.
They kicked him out of the ring.
Oh, that's why.
Oh, that's what happened. Yeah. Yeah, I think
he tried the lariat, hit the post. So now later, I'm sure he's gonna try and do the lariat, and he's gonna hit him with it, but it's gonna fucking hurt because he hit the post.
Yeah,
you know, that's just like, this is like comics, dude. This is all like, you can apply all this shit to comic books. You're writing a fight, or you're writing a comic book. You have your build up in the morning, you know, in the beginning, to where you introduce your baby face, you introduce your heel. You know what I mean? You go, you know, they go at it for a bit, and then maybe you drop. It's the same thing. You're like, here's your hero, here's your you know, here's your bad guy. You build it up. You have an introducing, you know. Then okay, you know, it's a little slow here. Now we got to add a fight scene. You know, and the fight scene is just you know, is when you know, maybe you hit like a not a big move, but a cool move or something like that, you know. And then you kind of bring them back down, and you go spike up higher. And then every time they encounter, you spike up higher until you have like the end, which will be like, you know, whatever the issue is. But it's like you're feeling the comic out while you're drawing it or writing it, similar to a pro wrestling match. Except this is writing in physical form.
Yeah,
and you can kind of see your peaks and valleys. So now here's the idea is that he fucked his arm up. So now he's gonna work on that arm, but he's taking away the lariat, which is the clothesline that he uses. I should make this fucking 1.5. When I get to the film where they start doing big shit, and I don't think this is the last one. This might be the first one, because they wrestle like twice or 3 times.
Oh jeez.
Let's get close to the end.
Jeez,
that's a big fucking drop kick, dude.
That's a big drop kick, dude.
So he's talking to him right now. He's like, all right, let's go for the finish, or watch the kick. He probably told him, watch the kick. And he's like, no, fuck you. Yes, he's gonna hit him with the fucking lariat. This is where they're gonna start kicking out of they're gonna start kicking out each other's moves and shit. You hit him with the other fucking And the nice thing about it too is like the lariat was like a, you know, that was like they were protecting moves back then. So it was like Stan Hansen does a lariat. No one would do that. It's not a clothesline, it's a fucking lariat. And so nobody could do it like him. You know, in the whole promotion, like no one can throw a clothesline like Stan Hansen, because that's his lariat. Like nobody could do the same shit that he did. To where now it's like, you know, you have like 40 different finishers and shit. And like,
yeah.
But then again, at the same time, you have so many, you're trying to fill so much TV as well. It's going to drop him on his head. Oh, no.
Yep.
So now he's on the ropes. That was the underdog. We're going to start going top, and it's going to start ramping up from here.
Yeah.
I can't remember if Kobashi does the lariat too.
That was it.
That was it.
Got him.
Yeah. Okay, so this wasn't the last one then. Oh, because this sets up that he's beating the shit out of him.
They wrestle for 30 minutes. He's got enough energy to start beating the crap out of him.
Yeah, because I think they, because there was one where he suplexes him on the fucking. He grabs the railing, like just the railing, man, and he suplexes. Somebody gets suplexed on the fucking railing.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, get him. Yeah, punch him in the head.
Yeah, it was 96. Here's 93.
Jeez.
91. Maybe they had better ones. They had a fight. Stan Hansen hits fucking Vader. This big guy, Big Ben Vader, so fucking hard he pops his eye out his damn socket, and Vader pushes it back in the middle of the match.
Jeez.
Yeah, like holy fuck. Oh damn, 91 versus Dynamite Kid. Holy shit. These highlights, let's see the highlights. They're probably gonna hit me with copyright for some Japanese shit. Japanese music.
You get copyright struck for the music you're playing?
Yeah, I lowered it because I don't know what music it was. It was like some Japanese rock.
No, I meant before.
Oh no. No, I'm still live. This was old, man.
Like the music you're playing while we were drawing. You don't get a
copyright
strike for that?
Good, that was fine because Good Kid doesn't do that with their stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they say please use it and just give us credit.
Oh, okay.
So they're streamer friendly, which is cool.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
See, this is a bunch of highlights from their matches. I want to see where you. I want to see where you see that suplex fucking. He's just trying to kick you in the face, bro.
Yeah, like I said, you got to be crazy strong to pick up. I know they give them a little bit of an assistance, but you still got to be crazy strong to pick these guys up.
Oh yeah, I mean you still jump, but you know what I mean.
But there's still like 250 pounds that you're lifting. Like that's.
Yeah. Let's see. Learned about the razor blades they stored in their gloves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they to get color and stuff. It's kind of brutal to think about now. Be like, I need some color. Let me cut my forehead so I bleed all over the place.
Yeah.
You're like, Jesus, man, what if I get diseases? Now, sometimes it would happen. You know, sometimes they would, legit get busted open too.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, you're getting hit.
Yeah. So
you are getting hit,
and you hit the post, or something like that.
Right.
But yeah, dude. I mean, you're talking about people want to say, it's. I mean, stuff like this is physical art, bro. It's freaking.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
They know what they're doing. They know, like they're building the fans up and shit, and they're building the matchup to make them all crazy, and to get the reactions that they need. Because there's nothing worse than it being quiet, like not even booed. You don't have a match and it's fucking quiet, dude. It's the worst. It's the worst feeling ever.
It's bad to watch. Like I watched matches where they're like that. I'm like, man, it's just deathly quiet in there.
Well, because they tell them that they have to just fucking kicked them in the head. They tell them, where you plan out a match and you have to stick to that match. Or a lot of the stuff matches are supposed to have bullet points, and then you hit those bullet points and you move on. And if they're not feeling it, you have to ad lib. You have to change it. And as long as you get a reaction from the crowd. Sometimes you just do a lot of crowd work and just point at people and you get, whatever. As long as
you get them hyped up. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Especially in independent wrestling, if you're just doing like really, really indie stuff, like, they're just there to see a wrestling show. You know what I mean? They're not, it's not like they're following you from town to town, or they're following, this guy XYZ is my favorite wrestler, and I, you know what I mean? Like a lot of times it's like, oh yeah, I like that guy, and they come to my town every month, and I go see him. But regardless, if that guy wasn't there, I'd go see the show anyway because I just want to see some wrestling,
Right.
Especially when you have like kids and stuff like that too. You want to make it affordable, and maybe go see a wrestling show, get a hot dog, and maybe go get ice cream after or something like that. So. You have to kind of treat it like every match is that they've never seen you before. So it's hard to build up stuff like this. It must be a different match. I want to show the damn. He's fucking smashed.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
no. Oh, no.
Ah,
is this sped up?
No.
Oh, jeez.
Ah, dude. That's it, man. He knocked his ass out.
That was funny.
That must have been the second time. That's the thing. You had guys like this. Even like Dr. Death, Steve Williams was like a fucking powerhouse, man. Like that guy was like insane, like in Japan, and then they bring him to WWE and they just fucking neuter him. They just neuter the fucking guy. We're gonna have our own sumo stream. We're gonna do our own fucking.
That's Angela's thing.
So I can say I can watch Japanese pro wrestling like all day. It's just something that's you know. It's like this, like, you know what I mean? It's not like it's something about it,
right?
That's just, I don't know. I really, it's cool. There's a mystique about it. They treat it seriously. You know, you could tell they're enjoyable to watch. It's never so fake that it throws you out. You know, especially the older stuff. Now I don't even know anymore. I haven't seen any of that stuff.
I don't know.
Oh, let's see the burning. You gotta see the burning hammer.
Burning hammer.
Oh, he used it 7 times.
Jeez.
7 times. You know, as he used this fucking move.
Jeez.
That guy's dead now, by the way.
Well, yeah. Look what just happened.
The green guy, yeah, he did. Yeah, that guy is he died in the ring, man. It sucks.
Jeez.
He was like one of the last pioneers that was around from the Japanese this era. I think Kobashi retired, and I'm trying to think of the other guy. But there was like 3 guys that were the big, you know, the big dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it got safer later in the morning.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Here he is taking it again. Same guy. That's Masawa.
Oh, dude, that he could break your neck.
I mean, honestly, the guy died from a spinal separation in the ring.
Yeah, I mean, look what they're happening to him. You know, It's not a surprise.
I mean, like, so these aren't too bad. You know what I mean? Like that one wasn't too bad.
That one wasn't that bad, but there was a couple other ones where you could tell that was not good.
This is where he traps the arm. I'm trying to think who. I'm trying to see who this guy is. That one's okay. Oh, that's a rich clay. That one's okay.
If he when he's dropping, if he lands on his shoulder right, yeah, that's good. You know, it's okay.
So this guy who's taking the move, this is the dude that CM Punk took all his fucking moves from. All the go to sleep, all that, the kicks and everything. He just took it straight from all that fucking guy. Oh, this is a good one. Because we watch guys get dropped on their head all fucking day. This is Wrestling Colin. He does a lot of cool shit. Like a lot of cool Japanese stuff and history stuff. Yeah, that guy's dead. Yeah, that guy's dead now.
With their upper back, they're driven headfirst straight down into the canvas.
Yeah, the Gonzo bomb. This is another move that he only busted out like so many times. But yeah, Kobashi, the guy in the green tights, and then this dude, this guy here was like 3 pillars of Japanese pro wrestling at this time. And people were just like, you got to see this. And they were like, there was no internet. So they just were trading tapes.
Right.
It was all tape trading.
While still being held by Kawada, as if he's going to counter the power bomb with a Frankensteiner, a move he used regularly. The story goes that Kawada.
Yeah, that one was fucked up. It's fine though. Oh, 3. He only used it 3 times. Holy shit.
Life risk associated with it in 1999. In a
Probably all against Masawa. Oh, and Keiji Muto. That dude was awesome.
Others say that Rick Rude accidentally the name Gonzo Bomb and safer versions.
All right, anyway. That's enough of that.
Gonzo Bomb.
All right, everybody.
No, it's crazy stuff, man. Like, you know, like you said, like that guy's dude. That dude is dead now. You know what I mean? Because of all the injuries and
he just
died
like
in the ring. So like, but suplex. Yeah, you can get killed.
It's the normal suplex, and his freaking spine separated from his neck. It's like, holy shit. Poor guy, he was wrestling too, man. Probably was like, what the fuck?
That's what I was gonna say. I can't imagine the guy who actually did it.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, oh man.
Poor guy, man. This was an accident, you know. It was nothing crazy, no crazy move like that. It just was just a normal move. Just one too many bumps. So it was crazy.
Yeah, I'll just sit in my room and watch it. That's safe.
Yeah. Let's watch some sumo now.
Just sit in my room and doodle. That's safer.
Yeah, I was watching some dudes smack the shit out of each other, and that it was pretty. I was like, oh, damn.
Oh, you mean the Jake Paul fight?
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know what's up with that. If people say it's fake, people say it's not. I feel like, I don't know, man.
It was a money. It was a money. Sadly, it was. The fight before it was the only good fight.
I knew. I saw. That's why I didn't watch it.
No, dude. Yeah, I tell everybody, and I mean it. Watch it, but watch the girl fight. The fight before Jake Paul and Tyson. Watch that one. That was like a Rocky Balboa fight, dude. That was a brawl. It was so good.
That's the one that chick had the big old cut on her eye.
Yeah.
Wow.
She gets headbutted like 3 or 4 times by the other chick. Yeah, but it's still a good fight. Like she was like, hey, they even offered like, hey, can you finish? And she was like, yeah, I can finish. Like you know, like she didn't care. She kept going. She kept going and going and going. It was a really good fight, man. I told her, fast forward it to that one. After that, just shut it off.
They got Netflix, so I think I could see it for free.
Yeah, you can see it for free. Yeah, if you have Netflix, you can still watch it. And then just like I said, fast forward it till you get to the second to last fight. So it's it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours in. Mm-hmm. But yeah, once you see the girls enter the ring, just watch it. They're 2-minute rounds. I think it's 10 rounds. And it's just really good.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I think I'm going to go with this layout. Like it.
Not sure how I want to shade this, so I'm just going to mess around and see what happens.
Might move things over a bit.
Let's see. Houdini died from his act. Jerry Lewis got debilitating injuries from his pratfalls. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, Houdini had that bursted hernia. Appendix. Bursted appendix. Mm-hmm. And it bursted during his act. So yeah. There's a ruptured appendix and it bursted while he was in his act.
Jesus.
Yeah. Dude, Houdini was a beast, man.
Yep.
Yeah, like these, like you got people like David Blaine that'll freeze themselves for like 6 weeks. It's like that's really not magic. That's just an endurance thing. You know,
I mean, of course, there's some trick to it. There's not, but it's more like freak show shit.
Yeah, and yeah, it's impressive. Like there's training that that's involved in it. There's certain things that it isn't. It's impressive to see, but it's not like, oh, he locked himself in a box and underneath the bottomless pit of the oceans. How's he going to get out? Oh, he's out. Oh, yeah. You know, so it's not really magic per se.
Yeah.
But, yeah. Houdini was more of a magician.
Yeah, it's more like tricks.
Yeah, an illusionist.
Yeah. Like Mind Freak.
Chris Angel, Mind Freak. Yeah, you're a freak, all right, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know the YouTube channel or the guy, but there's a guy who did like he impersonates David Blaine.
Oh yeah,
and he does like street magic, and like he'll like have a deck of cards. It'll be normal stuff at first, and the guys in the street be like, "Yeah, that's cool." Then like like, "Oh, did you know your shoelace is untied?" He's like, "Oh no." The camera will pan up. He's like, "Well, now it's tied." They'll look down like it's tied. Like, "Oh, how'd you do that?" All of a sudden, like it's just, yeah. He'd be like, "Yeah, mind freak" or something like that. Like, dude, it's hilarious stuff. The people that do those imitations, they're so good. Yeah, but Chris Angel cracks me. Mind freak.
Let's see. The thing was, the guy who was much bigger than Houdini came up for the trick, and Houdini was told he was tying up his ad before he got hit. But the guy who was bigger waited until he relaxed.
Yeah, that's the rumor.
Sucker punched him and burst his appendix. And
that's the rumor that he sucker punched him, and it ruptured his appendix, and then when he went out to perform, that's when it bursted. So I don't know how factual that is, but that is what I've heard as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not, but I do know he died because of a bursted appendix. I don't know if that is the story of him getting punched in the gut is true or what, but that is what I've heard as well.
Mm-hmm, yeah. I saw one of the movies and they did that.
Yeah, I knew about it before the movie, but it was still cool that they did it in the movie. The movie was good.
Yeah. It was going around and debunking all those freaking soothsayers and shit too.
Yeah. I don't know how much of that stupid, like, because I there's a podcaster, Sean Ryan, and he had on I guess you could call it a psychic, or the
mentalist.
She's a psychic, but she does like where she writes it down. I can't remember what they call it, but she actually worked for the government, and she did stuff like in the actual like Pentagon and stuff like that. So she was actually a government official. So I'm like, she did locate people like that were hostages in the Middle East and where they would be. I don't know. I just don't know. We are all atoms and energy, and we connect and collide throughout all of whatever metaphysical stuff. Blah blah blah. So is some of it true that there could be a part of you that is like, oh, my dog is in the neighbor's house, and you go, oh, the dog's there. Like you kind of have this sixth sense type of a feeling, gut feeling. I don't know, man. I don't know how, but like, yeah, the people Houdini was going to see, they were all charlatans.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Are there actual seers and soothsayers and I don't know.
There's that guy that's I can't remember his name, but he was trained by the Amazing Randy, and he's a magic guy or a mentalist, and he debunks all that stuff. And he actually went to when he was a teenager, him and another guy ended up going to the CIA and started doing stuff, and because when they were looking for psychics, and they went to the CIA, and then they were just no magic, no special powers, and they were doing all the tricks and shit that they were having them trying to do for like to prove that they were psychic powers. And so this guy can do all types of sick stuff like that, like where you think, and he's like, I am not a psychic. I have no special powers.
Right.
but he can do shit like, and I think the TV show The Mentalist was based off of him.
Oh, okay.
So he can like do shit like that, and like you think I'm psychic, but he's like, I have no power.
It's understanding human behavior and predictable patterns in things that transpire, and yeah, without a doubt, like that's like there was, I don't know if you remember this broad, Sylvia Brown or whatever her name was. She was always on Montel Williams. But she ended up, I think, getting sued or exposed for being totally fake. She would tell people, be like, I'm sorry, your daughter is, she passed on, she's in the afterlife. And then like they would then be interviewing the daughter. She'd be like, I was so mad because I was there. I was like, no, I'm down in the basement of this house. I'm not dead. What are you telling my mom? Like, so yeah, it's dangerous stuff to pretend to be a psychic and all that stuff when, like I said, to me, it's like I have never seen any actual proof of it. I've never seen any physical or witnessed anything. But I've never witnessed aliens. I believe in aliens, but I don't. You know what I mean? Like ghosts. I believe in ghosts. I've never seen one. I believe those are real. I'd like to. Let's put it this way. I'd like to believe they're real.
Yeah.
So I would like to believe psychics are real, but I don't think psychics are real. Like, oh, tomorrow at 4:15 p.m., the mail's going to come and you're going to get a special letter from Don Smith from Wisconsin. No, that's not real. Like, that doesn't exist. But I do believe there is something in a heightened gut feeling or a sense of things where you're a little more sensitive maybe. And you're like, oh, I probably shouldn't go to work tomorrow because I just have a bad feeling. Like, that to me is more of a psychic intuition. Than an actual like, oh, I'm not going to go to work tomorrow because my boss is going to have, me do 15 jumping jacks. And like, no, that's not, you don't know the future, but you might have a gut inclination. Man, something bad might happen. I don't know. I'm going to stay in bed. Like that, I believe more like a gut intuition.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. But people that prey on that kind of stuff or whatever is pretty crazy. I'm trying to remember this guy. Yeah, he was trained by James Randi, and like I said, he went to the. I'm trying to remember his name. Mm-hmm. And he can like tell, like, oh yeah, this guy's doing this, and this is, like bullshit. Like it's pretty. Right. I'm trying to find it. He was on Joe Rogan. It was really cool, and you could even see like some of the stuff that they were doing. But he was like. James Randi's the big guy who had like the whatever, like the 10 million or the whatever million bet that if you can perform these psychic feats under these certain conditions, then you'd get paid. Like he'd pay you the whatever he'd pay you the money, and no one has ever been able to do it. And he's not alive anymore, but
right. Yeah, well, it's like Houdini going around and just. Yeah, disproving what people can do. Like, yeah, there's like prove me wrong. Like you know what it is? They want to be proven. Like it's like, please do the thing. I will give you $800 trillion. I want you to prove me wrong.
Yeah. But I want you to. When you're going and bending spoons, the thing is bending spoons, and the guys, and so he's like, no, do this. You could bend the spoon, but you can't do this, this, and this. And then they're like, okay. Let's see. Kramer's saying it does exist. I've seen and being part of circumstances that I've seen the future before. I literally see my desk for a job that I hadn't been assigned yet. With my setup, I was on my desk 3 months prior to it happening. I've been given information about people without them mentioning a word to me or me not knowing them. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure it does happen, but people that capitalize on that possibility for money is the issue.
Right. You're not going up to like a bunch of strangers and they're like, oh, you have an aunt that passed on. Yes. Oh, give me $20 and I'll tell you more about him. Like,
or it's like, oh, his name was a B, a C, or whatever. Okay, yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's all that's all parlor trick shit.
Did he have a right arm? Oh, I know him. Like, yeah, it's like, well, everyone has a right. Of course,
I mean, not all of it, but majority. I'm there. Yeah, it does. Yeah. It does. Yeah.
Like you said, there is that thing, and I would call that more.
Yeah, we're not saying that it doesn't. I'm with you, Cranberry. It's yeah. Yeah, there are people that and they've been exposed and all types of stuff lately.
But once again, I call that more of a heightened gut intuition.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So I mean psychic as in like I know the lottery numbers tomorrow and I'm going to play every day and win all the time. Like I'm sorry, if you're a psych, that's what I mean by psychic. Like the people who like I can do that because
Yeah, hustlers. We're talking about hustlers.
Hustlers, yeah. Con men.
And that's the thing too, is like even James Randi was like, if it exists, like I'd be sure.
Yeah.
Like show me, please. But when you can't do it because of X, Y, and Z, because you know what the trick is, that's another that's another thing. Let's see this.
I want to keep it like that.
This around. And let's talk about magic.
Magic.
Let's talk about some magic.
Have anything that you desire. Magic.
Let's see.
I mean, still magic is, fun. It's like, David Copperfield. It's all illusion and trickery, but it's still cool to watch.
Exactly. And you don't want to know how it's done.
I don't want to know.
No.
I'm one of those people that just doesn't want to know. I like being, kind of mystified.
Let's see. No, I saw the exact pages on my computer that were open. I'm saying vision and dreams, prophecy from God. I don't show it off. I wouldn't know how to anyways. Yeah, it's hard to even like try and quantify or control something like that.
And now is stuff like that because of a deja vu, past life, reality, alternate dimension type of a thing, or is that an actual? I kind of see what might happen here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, because there is the theory that this is a mirage, holographic reality of one previously before or something like that. So is it a deja vu experience at that point? So yeah, or is it a spiritual aspect, like you say, of God, touching you in your dreams and you being like, oh, this might happen tomorrow.
Yeah.
There's so many different possibilities. Like you said, we are all energy. So I don't know.
Let's try. Let's see.
Questions, if I may. First of all, how long did the thing last?
Yeah, you're good.
About
Can you guys hear that?
About half an hour.
I hear it.
How many names, did she give you during that period of half an hour?
Probably half a dozen.
About half a dozen. And did they all hit?
Not everyone.
How many
but they had a similar sounding, like Doreen, Maureen, that type of thing.
Well, you were kind enough to give us a tape recording of that reading done by Maureen Flynn for you. And for your information, during your reading, Maureen Flynn tried these names, and they are on the tape of the reading that you're referring to. Alan, Alfred, Alice, Anne, Bill, Charlie, Colin, Connie, David, Derek, Eileen, Ellen, Flory, Frank, Fred, George, Jim, Joe, John, Karen, Catherine, Kevin, Lillian, Lisa, Liz, Lynn, Mark, Mary, May, Michael, Rob, Ron, Shirley, Sydney, Stanley, Sid, and Steve. That's 37 names, and she also asked you if you could connect with any name beginning with an N or an L, and you could not do so. Now, in the ones that were accepted, and you did accept 9 of the 37 that were given, these were some of the categories: a son, a lodger, a brother, a nephew, an adopted nephew, a grandfather, a fellow worker, a cousin, and the neighbor's dog. Now,
right out of context.
I'm sorry?
Right out of context.
We have a transcript of it right here, sir, and you may have that transcript to refer to it, and the names, I think, are
He's
outlined
like, take
there.
this paper, bitch.
You can analyze anything. You can analyze Encyclopedia Britannica. Mr. Beale is here because he felt that what he actually got on that tape made sense to him, very much so.
Jeez, 37 names.
Yeah, this is what this guy does.
Johnny had been a magician himself, and was
I mean, he's exposing the hustle.
I think I did hear about this guy.
Yeah, he's been around forever.
Nice to see you.
And I mean, he's dead now, but
We have only met.
This scares me.
This scares you? Well, we just got some things together here. And
I told them to provide their own props and not to let Geller or his people anywhere near them.
Also, one of our staff members did some drawings which have been sealed in an envelope, and I'd like you to take your own pace when you feel like you want to try anything.
Right.
Do you want to try that particular experiment first?
When I'll feel free.
When
Okay?
Sure.
We'll start eliminating the ones that do not have the water.
All right, without touching them.
He is really suspicious, you know. I'm having a hard time with you.
Okay, I don't mean to be, Yuri. I really don't.
Just keep looking. Okay, let me rest a little, all right?
All right.
He's trying to figure out what he's going to do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm surprised because before this program, your producer came and he read me at least 40 questions you're going to ask me.
Well, I can ask you all kinds of questions if you'd like. If you'd like me to ask you questions.
I have to have time. And
this is the guy that's known for bending spoons. Oh, there's an ad. Get out of here.
Get ad blocker. What's wrong with you?
It doesn't work on YouTube now or something. Maybe I just don't have the right one.
Uri was telling me you
look at the offer. He would lit up a cigarette. He's sick of this shit.
it's not all tonight. Right now, I'm feeling being pressed, and then I can't.
Well, I'm not trying to press you. I really not.
No, you're only telling me, well, will you try that or that?
Well, I thought that was the idea of. No, I'm not trying to put you down.
James turned the page of a telephone directory without touching it. And you claim to have done that with psychic power.
Yes.
Now, you're prepared to demonstrate your psychic powers again. You've warmed up. You're ready to go. Are you, James? Mm-hmm. Very well, James. You are prepared to pay
this guy always looked like he was 80 years old.
$10,000 if he can turn the page of the telephone directory with certain controls. Is that right? You have the $10,000,
I'm not
do you,
sure if
Randy?
it's clay or plat. I don't know.
Now, what I have here is particles of a white plastic, which, when given a good heavy puff of air, will, I think, rather conclusively show whether or not blowing is the method accomplished. Now, it will not, perhaps, in some way differentiate between genuine psychic power and actual blowing, but it certainly should be very interesting indeed to see what now occurs.
James?
Ready?
I wouldn't trust him because of that fucking haircut.
Yeah, I know, dude. He looks like a freak.
He doesn't know what to do. Because he's been blowing on it.
Yep.
This time,
How many pages?
just one page once.
Like
Okay.
that.
The styrofoam and the lights form electricity, which pulls the page. Look. Pulls the page down instead of freeing the pages.
All right. And what would you like to ask us to ask Randy to allow you to do or for me to
To
do?
either take something else, either lighter or something that is going to keep, that isn't going to form like static electricity.
You mean put something
Static
else, some other material
electricity.
out
Something
here?
that is not foam. Foam causes static electricity, and the light is what heats it up.
All right, Randy, is there anything
The
else
light
that you can
heats
put
it
around
up.
the telephone directory?
I've heard the question, but the question is not valid because it's making an assumption which is not true. The foam does not in any way create static electricity, and Mr. Hydrake, in demonstrating that the pages were clinging together, didn't demonstrate it to my satisfaction. I think we could perhaps ask the judges for their opinion on that. I am not a scientist, so I'm not qualified to declare on it.
Judges?
Whatever static electricity exists in the styrofoam would not really affect the movement of the page or the clinging of the pages together, in my opinion.
I would add that if this is in fact psychic functioning, I don't really see why that would make a difference.
Very well. Randy, would you
Good
allow
one.
me to turn half dozen pages and then put them back?
Big
yes.
Oriental guy cut.
James? I'll just lift up 1, 2. Be helpful to you.
The static is going to still be here because of the foam.
Because of the
Well, it is the
foam.
opinion of the judges that there is not enough static formed by the foam to be a problem. So, under the conditions agreed upon, it would seem that now you
He's
should
blowing. He's
at
using
least
like
try
a
with
compression
psychic
air
power to turn
blowing
the page of the
mechanism of some kind
telephone
of something. Yeah.
Okay.
Probably something up his sleeve or some shit.
Yeah, it's up his sleeve. There's like a little.
Going back and looking at this stuff now too. Sometimes it's easy to
Yeah.
see the hustle. Well, that point
Look at that,
isn't a professional magic man, so 30 seconds later.
30 seconds. I can't imagine watching this live, dude.
I must have got like a B-roll or something.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'm having performance
anxiety. Turn for you.
Performance anxiety.
Well, have you reached the point then when at which we can declare?
I swear this never happens.
Many hundreds of these tests with many hundreds of people who claim to have psychic powers. And quite frankly, it's more or less the same story every time. When a simple, direct, very uncomplicated protocol is used and the control is applied, the psychic forces don't seem to be present, if indeed they are ever present at all.
Clive, you've agreed to attempt to find a piece of zinc ore like this one right over here, which is concealed under one of the 7 boxes that you see behind us. Is that correct?
Yes, that's quite correct.
Thing is, these people come on the show, or, knowing he's going to debunk them. So
we'll just conceal the sample with a box.
If you turn the lights down, you'll have more confidence.
James. Now, to explain how the rod works, when you're facing the ore, I don't know if you can see this, but I'm trying to. We put a white-ended tip there. It has a slight sideways move when you're there. Take it off, and it dies. See it die? Comes in, and it dies again. So to amplify that, I give it a voluntary upward movement. So aim it at the ore, and what do you get? You get a large oval form, which is easy to distinguish. If I take it to the side, see it die? I close my eyes, bring it in.
It didn't die. It's still moving.
Yeah, like what?
Dead.
Well, that seems to be a very dramatic demonstration. Now, will you please try to locate the ore sample taken from the same piece of zinc ore which is hidden in one of the boxes behind us? Of course, if chance alone were operating here, you'd have a 1 in 7 chance of finding the sample at your first attempt. Using guesswork alone, we'd expect you to locate the zinc ore sample by your 3rd or 4th attempt. Good luck, Clive.
Thank you very much, James. Right, I'll take number 1 first.
So he's using the rod to find the ore?
Yes.
That's just what?
Yeah, the ore with the rod. I'm waving it.
What kind of trick is that? I don't even understand how this benefited him at all in real life.
You don't understand. That was the one right there. He just passed it.
Yeah, that's looking pretty good too.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to the side and dying.
Come back to that.
They all look the same to me. What the? It's the dumbest trick I've ever seen.
Them all, and he's gonna pick one.
Yeah, he's just gonna pick one.
I'll try 4 again just to see.
Jeez, wouldn't you know? Like, if you know how this thing works, you would know. Oh, it's this one. Like, you wouldn't have to walk to any other
right there,
wall.
yeah,
it's right there.
See, there's one. It's right there.
Right there.
Now, even I don't know underneath which box the zinc ore is, and I see that it's not here. Well, Clive, would you like to have a second try at it?
Let's try number 4 again.
Number 4.
You should know right away. It should be flawless.
Wrong, so let's try another attempt, shall we?
Yeah, now it's just a matter of just simple guessing and elimination. If this was a provable method, it would be in the first try.
Yes.
He's just standing there wiggling her thing around.
He's like, I don't know what to do.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Dumbest thing ever.
I got a magic rod. I can find
I can find ore with a magic rod.
Try number 2. Right. Take a look. Here we are at box number 2, the 3rd guess, and there we are. There's the piece of zinc ore, pardon me. Well, Clive, would you join me here for a minute?
Yes, certainly.
We said that by chance you'd find it on your third or fourth attempt. You found it on the third attempt, so your results sadly seem to be no better than chance. But we'd like to thank you very much for coming to determine that. A letter A, B, C, D, and E. Now, James, can you see volunteers perceive an aura through obstacles? And to determine that, we've agreed upon the following.
I can see an aura through obstacles.
What we're concerned with tonight is whether or not it's possible for James to perceive an aura through obstacles. And to determine that, we've agreed upon the following experiment. Would you step over here with me, James, please?
Certainly.
We're now going to reveal to our audience here in the studio the 5 volunteers behind the screen. Now, each one is standing beneath a letter, A, B, C, D, and E. Now, James, can you see all the auras through this screen here?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm like a predator, dude.
I'm now going to ask someone at random to step from behind the screen. I have the names here in my pocket. First of all, will John step around from behind the screen?
Well, the real Slim Shady, please stand up.
James, can you still see his aura around his body?
Yes.
And which position did John come from, do you believe?
C.
From C? John, would you step into the position C, please?
What?
James, if, as you claim, you can see auras through the screen, John should now be standing in the same position as he was when he was behind the screen.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, will Helen please come forward? Helen will step out from behind the screen. Now, James, from what position did Helen come?
D.
From D. Helen, will you step into
Dude, that bitch was an
D,
A.
And I now ask
She was an
Andrew
A, bro.
I was going to say, all you had to do was
Andrew
try
is
to
the
remember
third
the
person
shape.
from behind the screen.
She
There
was
he
an
is.
A, dude.
And
I even
only
knew
3
that.
spaces left. Which one do you think he belongs in?
A.
In A. Andrew, would you take position
Ooh,
A, please?
I want to say he was B.
Now, would Bob please step forward? Only 2 spaces left. Which letter, B or E?
E.
E.
That one would be trickier because he's wearing a hat similar
Finally,
to the
would
first
Danny
guy.
step forward,
Yeah.
please? Of course, there's no
I knew
choice about which
I
letter
noticed the
James
chick.
thinks you
The
are.
chick
So
would be
Danny,
a
you'll
little
take
the
up
easiest
position
one so far.
B, am I correct? Okay, fine. Just a moment ago, these 5 persons were standing behind the screen. James, if you have them all,
Hey, look
in
at the
correct
girl's
order,
shorter.
It will be good evidence
Yeah,
that
but
you
she should have
can
been the
see
easiest
auras
one.
Yeah,
through screens,
she was an A.
as you have a less than 1% chance of matching all of these 5 correctly by chance alone, just by guesswork. By chance alone, you should get, the expectation is, one of them correct, if it's only chance. Let's see if James managed to beat the odds. To these 5 people, I ask, please reveal which position you were originally standing in by showing us, I think it's inside your hat, isn't it? Take them off and let's see. C, B, D, A, and E.
Two
So out of this, we obtained 2 correct.
Wow.
All right? So, James, you got 2 out of 5 correct, and I take my hat off to you for trying. Would your volunteers please go back to the correct positions in which they actually belong? Take your correct positions, and those 3 move into different spots. The results are only slightly better than those predicted by chance. It seems something went a bit wrong this time. What explanation could there be, James?
Well, it's quite possible that
Lights.
this has been the first time that I've ever attempted this, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's quite possible that I've allowed myself to come into it, okay?
I see, but you did say you could see them through obstacles.
Yes, I can, yeah.
Well, thank you very much, James.
Wait, what? I don't even understand his explanation. It made no sense. You'd be like, yeah, I'm full of crap. That's my explanation.
Rock star in mathematics.
Yeah, I'm like, can you do it or can you not do it?
Like, yeah, look, I lied to you. I can't do this.
It probably works better in a private practice. Yeah, I think the dowsing rod might be next. I thought so.
Yeah, well, but see, he's trying to find ore, like not water. So I don't know how real the water thing is.
I don't know.
Like people claim they
like
do it.
And they like turn or some shit, you know?
I don't know how those like water rods work, yeah. But there's videos of people finding them, but then again, they're videos. You can stage those.
Yeah. Come on, I gotta skip this ad. God damn.
Seem to have divine powers.
Is it Gould?
Oh, he
Alice
was talking about
Gould?
this. Here's the guy that blew this guy up.
Stand up, Alice.
As well as the
Is there somebody in here who has a name that starts with a letter?
He has an earpiece.
Yeah, yeah. The dude, the movie Leap of Faith.
Yeah,
with Steve Martin.
Here it comes.
He also knew the personal details of their lives.
Hear good news from Charles before everything is over. I'll tell you, he's going to be
Right.
completely
You gotta write. They
because
had
of
him
your
write
prayers,
everything on a card and
because
give
of
it to
your
them.
faith. Here it comes,
Yeah.
complete healing in Jesus.
Jesus, wow.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, the movie Leap of Faith is so good because it's about stuff. It's about exactly this.
Worldly source.
And it's a comedy for the most part.
Hello, Petey. Can you hear me? If you can't, you're in trouble.
Popoff was being prompted by his wife through a wireless earpiece.
John?
Deary Johnson.
She'd gotten her information from prayer cards filled out by the faithful before the show began.
She wants to get rid of the walker.
You want to get rid of this walker, sister?
He just throws it.
Oh, glory. How long have you been walking on that walker? About 3 years. 3 years.
Yeah, she needs it.
1627 10th Street.
1627 10th Street? Is that right?
That's right. She has arthritis all over.
Burning this arthritis right out of your body. Take a few steps just to make
Yeah,
the
dude,
devil
faith
mad.
healers are
Hallelujah.
the
That's
biggest
it. Just move
charlatans,
around a
man.
little bit. There she goes. Just walk with me. Oh, glory to God. She's not going to need that walker anymore.
Yeah,
God's
but
just putting
yeah,
new
she is.
strength,
She
new
went home
health.
and fucking.
Just keep going.
Better hold on to that. Hold on to her
For another broadcast of the miracle.
Oh
Yeah.
God, this is pretty much this guy's the James Randi Foundation, and he that's what he committed to, was just doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I think of the I'm trying to find the guy. Psychic Friends Network. Holy shit.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, here's number 6. I mean, this guy did a shit ton of them.
Well, yeah, he's like you said, he's disproving all the charlatans.
Yeah. And it's the thing is that they're all hustlers.
Well, and also you can get away with it a lot easier before the internet. So it was so much easier to do and just con people.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know. That was 10 years ago. I don't know if I can watch this thing, Studio 10. These are great. I think I might watch these all night.
Right now, offering an amazing sale on these beef sticks. You can get 30 beef sticks for $30. That equals $1 per beef stick.
That's about I could get beef sticks at the convenience store for $1. What's your point?
Beef, no encapsulated
grass-fed beef.
no
Grass-fed beef.
Eyebrows, girl. You look surprised all the time.
Yeah, she's
totally wearing my sunglasses inside my house too.
Some psychics go so far as to offer help to the police. In order to see how useful this is, we prepared an experiment using this collection of instruments which might have been used to commit crimes. And then again, they might not. Is it possible for a psychic to read the history of an instrument just by touching? My final guest claims to be able to do this. Now, Nella, you regularly approach the police with information you believe you have about crimes. The test you and I have agreed upon involves a number of
What's the
objects
weight
you've
of the
never
beef
seen
sticks? I don't know,
before.
Cranberry.
We're going to see what information you can get from them. Any or all of these could have been connected with a serious crime.
The beef
involving a
sticks to me
loss
don't
of
sound
life.
appetizing
The
at
history
all.
of each
Though.
object is known. Which
Not
ones
really.
do you think are most likely?
Beef jerky I like, but
That's
those beef sticks didn't sound
Yeah,
very
beef jerky's different. Like
beef jerky's different.
yeah, like
To be
teriyaki
quite
beef
innocent,
jerky's
but
pretty
getting
good.
Yeah,
into
I like
a
black
lot of
pepper.
some sort.
Yeah.
Felt glass with that one, as if it could have been used to. I feel glass. Not doing bad, are we? This one,
Most hammers have hit glass.
I'm picking up.
Good glass. Oh, Ben, she's giving. Holy crap! Now let me go back. Some of this shit's
Could have been used
some of these are fucking murder weapons, dude. Holy crap!
I feel
Go
glass.
back. It tells you at the bottom.
Does it really? You got to read it for me.
I mean, there might be one.
Could have been
Let's see.
connected with a
So
serious
she got
crime
the what's it?
involving a
What
loss
you got
of life.
for us
The
here?
history of each object is known. Which ones do you think are most likely?
That's just a little thing. That's just a.
Oh, waiter's
I
friend,
think.
new purchase, unused. So it's a Swiss
Could be
Army
quite
knife.
innocent,
That's
but getting
Swiss
into
Army
a
knife.
lock of some sort.
That one
Felt
wasn't
glass
used.
with that one, as if it
And the
could have been
hammer, new
used to-
purchase, wasn't used for anything.
I feel glass.
She was
Not
glad.
doing bad, are we? This one, God knows why. I'm picking up
So
a
the, axe,
heavy tire. A heavy.
the axe was used in a domestic murder. In
Oh no! Oh no!
Yeah, that's fucked up, dude.
Oh jeez.
Hey, grab this axe.
Yeah. Hang on to this for a minute.
The vehicle tire.
So she's saying
I don't know
vehicle
what
tire.
it's being used for. Sorry, my darling. Best I can do.
Let's look at your results. I know you make no claims for accuracy, but it's still interesting that you examined 6 objects, you got no information from 3 of them, and you got incorrect information from the remaining 3. I wonder what the police would make of that.
James, you're trying to explain all that I do by logic.
Oh, no.
What I do is illogical.
It's been a most intriguing demonstration, and we'd like to thank
Nice
you
way
very
to say
much, Nella.
I am full of crap.
Absolutely makes no sense.
Yeah.
It's like I thought.
Good evening, everybody. I hope to be able to make a link with someone here tonight and bring a loved one.
Does
through
someone
from
have a
another
name?
place. Now,
Okay, good. You have a name.
tonight either is
I'm going to back off the set now and just let you do your thing.
make the link with the spirit.
Her work. Could you tell us now what person in the audience might be able to identify with the spirit picture that you're going to produce?
No, we don't understand quite how this works.
She's a psychic
We
art.
have to make the link.
Oh,
with the spirit
okay.
And then hope that
Yes,
it
so
will
am I.
make sense to somebody in the audience.
Yeah, drawing Frog G
I'm
is
going
going to
back
come
off
true.
the set now and just let you do your thing.
Think about it
I
and draw
will try to draw
it.
someone from the world of spirit. Stephen will tune in to the same spirit, and if what we're getting makes sense to one of you, will you please answer? Put your
Wait a
hand up.
minute. Obviously, Steven
we've
is going to
got a
think of
lady
somebody
coming
in the
through.
audience's spirit,
A lady
right?
Yes,
who
he's
makes
the
us feel
tuner.
So she's reading what Steven is thinking
She
and going to draw it.
I guess.
she would have suffered either with heart trouble.
What is it?
or
They're thinking of a dog.
possibly even have passed with a chest condition.
That's most
Contact
okay.
with us,
Heart
Steven.
attacks are the
I
number
wonder
one
if there's
killer
anybody
in
in
America.
our audience that either holds the surname of Butler or knows that name well, please. Do we have anybody there? Do we get a voice? Are you
The service
Butler?
of a butler
That
or
is
has
your
a name Butler.
Who is William Butler that's calling in from the other side of life? Someone that was known as William, passed over quite a while back, I've got to say. I don't know if you've heard of that name, have you? William Butler?
No, sorry.
Don't make it fit, whatever you do.
Hello, sir, there. Is this
William
making
Tell?
sense to
I know
you?
William
Of a
Tell.
lady that passed in the way I described, possible heart condition, angina. I feel she went silently, quietly in her sleep.
I know a man called William Butler.
Good.
Whose wife passed away with angina.
Yes.
But I've got to say that that picture doesn't look
The
like.
picture doesn't fit with her. That's fine.
No.
Okay.
As long as the details are right, we may
That's
be able
fine.
to piece
I'm
it
just
together.
drawing a lady.
We
Yeah,
can.
we're just throwing out
working under
things.
very difficult circumstances here. We're trying our best.
Can you, come on, sort yourself out.
We'll try and place the face. What we normally do is try to link through and get the name of the communicator, but we can't demand that. But if you take this back to that connection, you will find you set a photograph, Coral, of this lady, and it's something to do with the bombing. So I would like to say to you, the audience, and the television station to follow you back and have a look and see if you can place her. At least try that.
Certainly will, yeah.
Would you do that?
Will do.
Thank you
yeah.
very much
Thank
indeed.
What?
Thank you very much, Coral.
He's like, that was
Now,
bullshit.
Coral said that the face she has drawn should mean something to somebody in our audience. Is there anybody here who can relate to this picture? Please vote if you think you recognize the face. Well, 10 people say they recognize this face, which is odd since you said, Coral, that only one person should relate to it. Perhaps this drawing is not as specific as you think.
10
Well, thank you very much anyway, Coral.
It's healing thoughts.
The thoughts as Ron receives them. This still involves your wife,
Oh, that's
Norma,
funny,
who is
dude.
in our audience. Is well connected.
Detected by this.
Ooh.
What I want to try to prove is that thoughts can be
Actually,
transmitted
it was pretty good. They're doing faces. man.
from one
This is pretty
person
good.
to another.
And detected by this machine.
And it's detected by this machine.
I see. And it's connected to your colleague, Mr. Ron Turner. Are you connected, Ron?
I am, thank you.
I'm glad to know a man who feels well connected. Norman, would you please tune the machine for us now?
Surely.
And I understand that this also involves your wife, Norma, who is in our audience. And I understand that Norma is going to send pleasant thoughts over to Ron and that the machine will pick up the thoughts as Ron receives them. Is that correct?
That's correct. But I would say at this point, it's not pleasant thoughts, it's healing thoughts.
Ah, I see. All right, I stand corrected. Now, Ron, how
Like,
can
yeah,
we
whatever,
tell when
bullshit.
you are receiving Norma's thoughts? How will that be evident?
It'll be evident because the dial will show a rise, and also there will be a rise in the sound.
I'll signal you like this, okay? That's the official signal. And you will signal Norma to start sending thoughts. Okay, Norman?
That's quite all right.
Now.
Now.
Stop.
It's like, this shit's embarrassing.
Very good. Of course, it's possible that this happens through visual interaction between Ron and Norma. And in order to avoid such an accusation, we're going to seat Ron facing in the opposite direction. Ron, would you swivel around, please? And now I'll signal when Norma is to start sending her thoughts. I will give the same signal.
Count about 7.
Sometime within the next 2 seconds or so. And under these conditions, we'll see what happens. All right?
If you want to learn how to edit really well for
Yeah.
professional Hollywood editors,
Okay.
we're going to show you the stuff that nobody else is teaching.
Oh,
We're
yeah,
talking
let me see
about
it.
real creative
see the
skills.
stuff that nobody else.
Oh, no, now we're never going to see it.
Never gonna know.
Never going to know.
He was the only guy.
That was it. That was our only opportunity.
All right, stop. Now let's give it a second try, if you will. Sometime in the next few seconds or so, I will give the signal by holding my thumb up.
Okay, what is happening?
She's supposed to be able to read
She's already
like
started.
healing thoughts, I guess, with this
I can't
machine.
stop it.
But there was no signal
Guess
given.
we're having a hard time stopping it, Norman, or can you readjust it?
No. He's received it, you see, and it's in his energy form now.
It says energy form.
Norma, will you stop?
You're all laughing.
In the next little while, I'm going to give another signal.
It's beginning to slow.
No, it isn't.
Oh, jeez. Please stop. Who's dying?
I don't know.
Okay, Norma, would you stop the signal, please? Well, under these conditions, there doesn't seem to be a correlation that I can see. Perhaps Norma failed once and perhaps succeeded once, but I think it's very hard to tell. Sending thoughts with the box reacting, maybe it's been shown and maybe it hasn't. I can't make up my mind. Perhaps Ron was reacting to a visual signal rather than thought messages in the first part of the demonstration.
I don't understand even at all what they're trying to do. There's 2 of them.
Norman, would you allow electrical engineer to take a look inside that box?
Most certainly not.
Well, that's a
I would
pity.
rather get it patented first.
Well, that's a pity. I'm sure our audience would like to know what's going on in there. However, I would like to thank all 3 of you, Norma, Ron Turner, Norman Knight. Earlier in the day, we gave you 5 examples of handwriting, each one from a different career, a career that you have designated as being suitable for this experiment. Well, we have a saleswoman, computer training officer, an artist, a secretary, and a farmer. And these 5 ladies are with us in the studio tonight. So I understand that on the basis of graphological analysis, you've tried to allocate each sample to its author. Right. Now, the expected result by chance would be to get 1 out of the 5 correct, by chance alone, and there's a less than 1% chance of your getting all 5 correct. Let's start with sample A.
I had a tussle whether it was the computer or the saleswoman, and I went for the saleswoman.
Thank you very much. Will Lady A please go to the
Yeah, but don't they
sales
do
lady's
this in real life? They...
Now, what about
guess
number
so.
B here?
And I put her as computers.
So you placed Lady B in the computer profession?
I did.
I'm going to ask Lady B to step over behind the
Everybody
computer.
has computers.
All right, and what about C?
She is up in the clouds a bit. She does a lot of thinking. And I'm going to say something particularly definite here, and she can tell me whether it's right or whether it's wrong. Do you have a scar in your abdomen?
Wrong.
No, you don't.
No scar on the abdomen. What profession did you allocate this
Well,
lady?
I allocated her between the land, and in fact the sales.
You chose this lady?
I chose the land. That's right.
All right, this lady will step around to where we find the tractor down in the end there, please. And what about sample D?
There is a lightness and delicacy.
Okay, so he doesn't analyze
So
it with a
this lady
computer.
is the
He's
artist,
trying
that's
to.
right.
He's looking
Very
at
well,
it and
would you
trying to
step
get
over
say
behind the
what
Yeah,
top
like,
and the brushes,
yeah.
please. And finally, I think I can guess which one this is. Would you step over behind the typewriter, please? Because you apparently are supposed to be the secretary. Well, I'm going to ask each one of these ladies in turn. First of all, number one, are you indeed a salesman? Vote with yes or no. You are not a salesperson. And number two, are you a computer expert? You are not. Number three, are you the artist? Ah, you are. And number four, are you that secretary we're looking for? Apparently not. And number five, are you a farmer?
It's gotta be it. Yeah,
I
it had to
see.
be.
Now, would you please move to the correct positions that you belong in? The four ladies that were not correct. Would you move to the correct positions?
Yeah, that's all guesswork. The guy's just guessing.
He's right. He was like, you know, you get 1 out of 5.
Yeah.
We expected
That's
that
what he got.
according to chance, Duncan, you would get one correct, and you got exactly one correct. My first guest is an astrologer whose work is read by millions of people in Britain every day. Jonathan has kindly agreed to put his talent to the test this evening. And before the show, we gave you the details of one person.
Look at this
selected
guy.
from
Oh,
that
jeez.
audience. So please give us your reading.
Dude,
for
there's
that
what's his name right there. That's a fucking house.
Well, I don't know.
You had to do like a house.
I know
That was
who
house.
owns
House
the
show.
horoscope that I've been looking at.
The Dr. House.
Unusual horoscope.
Like, I
This
don't
horoscope
understand
is
why you have to
unusual.
dress
Just
like
to me,
this if you believe in
are
these things.
very
I've never understood
extrovert.
that. Why can't you just dress like a normal dude?
Life, full of confidence, with a very zany
Came like, he looks like he came
generally
across
a kind of way of being
Eddie Murphy's
different,
clothes. and
eccentric.
coming
Yes, yeah.
You will kind of enjoy the limelight that
comedians
comes from when it's revealed that it's you. You won't feel too shy or ashamed of it. And one more thing I should also say, there's something about you which is rather professorial and intellectual, and it makes me think that we're dealing with someone who's had a well-trained mind, is very speedy and alert and quick-witted.
So we're looking for someone who's controversial and professorial. Now, let's see if he or she agrees. But first, let's see by a show of hands in the audience here, how many people in the audience think this reading sounds like
Most of the audience will raise
show
their
of
hand.
hands.
Jeez. Oh, okay.
Well, we've got what? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12.
Yeah, okay.
About 15, maybe a few more. Quite a few, actually. Now, let's meet our real subject of that reading. Please welcome Hugh Laurie.
It is house.
Yeah. He was like, nope. And I raised my hand, and I was the subject.
So tell us, Hugh, what did you make of that reading? Is it anything like you? I mean, does it apply to you?
I wouldn't say very much, no. I'm certainly not enjoying the limelight now. Although you may say, why did I come up? Well, curiosity, you know, but limelight, I wouldn't say no. Extrovert, I don't think so. Professorial, I got the lowest possible degree at the university I went to.
Ah, but you did go to university.
Oh, that's right.
Well, that's a start.
Oh, yeah.
One for me.
Along
You
with
think you count that as one for you, do you?
Well, just a small one
you're
for
very
me, I
generous to
think,
yourself.
yeah.
I call that a draw, yeah, all right. What else was there?
Did I say you had a good sense of humour? I think I did.
Hands up in this audience who thinks they have not got a sense of humour.
Oh,
There you go. It would have been brilliant, one of me, incidentally. That's the odd thing. People do regard me as professorial in some way or another. Hugh isn't at all. He's certainly not extrovert. And
Stupid. Stupid, in fact.
I wouldn't get together, not in the least bit stupid, very intelligent, but not in a professorial or academic kind of way. And certainly not competent. In fact, I seem to spend a good 90% of my life trying to make you more competent. He gets nervous and he despises
I think
it.
you do your friend a grave injustice. I've looked at his horoscope and I'm sure he's capable of far more than that.
Oh,
Yeah, but I
jeez.
look at him, you see.
Well, Jonathan, it doesn't seem that Hugh and Stephen are entirely convinced by your reading. And even more interesting, many people in our audience tonight thought that it could be them as well. What explanation could there be for that, do you think?
What we're testing here is my ability to communicate. And of course, you must understand in the newspapers, I specialize in saying things that do apply to a lot of people at once.
Well, from my experience,
Yeah, because you're
readings in
supposed to.
newspapers
That's
are
your
very
job.
general, and perhaps
It's all
that's why in
astrology
America,
is
some of
all
them now carry a
extremely
health warning,
applicable
which
to
makes
most
it clear
people.
they're for entertainment purposes only. Thank you very much, Jonathan, for taking part in our admittedly small number of trials. None of the special skills or powers seem to have been demonstrated.
You could see all
The
those
question
videos.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go to bed, man.
Yes.
I might watch that stuff in bed before I go.
There you go. Yeah, fall asleep to that. Yeah, I thought I was gonna have Belmont on tomorrow. I don't know if I am now or not. He had plans come up, so
okay.
I was gonna set up for that stream, but I don't know what's happening. So, but yeah, everybody. I don't know. Maybe she meant 12:30 Pacific time. But Angela's supposed to be doing a similar stream tonight.
Okay.
So go subscribe to Angela, everybody.
Yeah. Subscribe to Jason. Subscribe to me if you haven't. I think it's just
Hit the
Queen
like.
Cranberry hanging out here in the watching.
Yeah, hey, one is a great audience. Yeah.
All right. Night, everybody.
Later.
No outro. We're just gonna
Yeah,
end
no, that's